is coming on up here. Wait for that to go live, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So today on BKR Sport, we are here as the Cronulla Sharks will be taking on the Newcastle Knights in the final game of the weekend. Now, it's been an interesting weekend, but this is an interesting game. This is a really interesting game to finish us off here because obviously, the Sharks and the Knights are both in those, both the Knights and the Sharks are in that little situation right now where they're all really close. They're all really close to each other. They're all trying to punch into that top 8 spot. And overall, man, it's just unfortunately, one of these teams is going to have to win today and one of these teams is going to have to lose. And the team that does lose is probably going to be Dunnaruski. They're probably going to be Dunnaruski because there's only 3 games left after this one to really get going and to see who can push up there alongside the Titans and the Raiders. Now, if the Sharks were to win this game, they would not jump into the 8, however. They would, I believe, jump above the Knights, but I think that's as far as they unfortunately do go. I think if the Sharks do win this game, they would go from 10th into 9th. They would go with minus 60. Oh, no, they would actually go into the top 8. They would go above the Raiders. The Sharks would go into the 8th position above the Raiders. The Sharks would need to win by 33 points to go above the Titans into 7th position. So they need to win by a big, big, big margin to go into 7th. If they don't win by 37, they just need to win by just 1 to go above the Raiders and Knights. So, yeah, if the Sharks win, they go into the 8. If the Knights win, they go into 7th position. If the Sharks are to lose this game, they do have a relatively difficult run home compared to a couple of the other teams. The Sharks do have to play next week against the Tigers, which is, pretty easy, that one. But then they do play the Broncos. Actually, no, to be fair, the Sharks haven't got a bad run home, but they do finish off with the Storm. You don't want to be finishing off your season with the Storm when you need every single point to get into that top 8. That, unfortunately, is not a good thing for them. Harrison Jackson Bronson should be playing. No, he should not be playing. But, look, I think this is going to be an interesting game here. I think that the Sharks do probably win. I think they're the underdogs, but I think the Sharks do win this game. I don't really rate the Knights overall fantastically. I think if anything in this game, it's going to be a close one. I've gone the Sharks by 2. I reckon it really will come down to the wire. But Knights usually do have a pretty good record. They do have a pretty good record against the Sharkies, so we'll see how that one does go. But guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. And this says thoughts on the game yesterday. Well, there was 3 games yesterday, so do let me know which one you're talking about. R&B Form Music says Knights 12+. I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. I think the Sharks are good enough here to. Like, I don't understand where everyone keeps rating this Knights team. I don't get it. I really don't get it. This Knights team still isn't great. They can win this game by 50 points, and I'll still think that they could lose next week to the Dogs. This Knights team always promises so much and delivers so little. So we'll see if they can get the job done here today. This is a big game for both teams. Honestly, if you lose this game, it's not that you're done. It's not that you're completely gone. However, if you lose this game, you've got to now roll. If the Sharks are to win this, there'll be 4 teams on 20 points with 3 rounds to go. The Sharks obviously do have that game against the Tigers, but I can't back the Sharks team to make the 8 because they're not beating the Storm in the final round. They would need the Storm to have already locked up that number 1 spot. I don't think they will have locked up that number 1 spot yet, so they would need the Storm to rest all their players. I think the Sharks can't make the 8 at this point. I do. I really don't think they can. And if they lose this game, they're done. And if they lose this game, they're absolutely done because then they need to make up the win difference and then also win by a decent amount to cover it. It's just, for me, it's a little bit too hard basket. But for me, I don't think the Sharks do make the 8. But overall, they're still there and they need to desperately win this to keep their hopes alive. Xavier Brown says, Blaze, good news. The G'day Law might be dropped after the Rugby Championship. Do you think that's good? I can't even think about the G'day Law right now. Natty says, I'm talking about Manly Parramatta. Oh, true. Yeah, Parramatta shit. We've been saying this all year. Before Music says you can say the same thing about Cronulla. They only scored 2 more than Dogs did against the Warriors. What are you talking about? The Sharks don't promise a lot and deliver a little. They never really promise a lot. They just deliver a little. They won a premiership 5 years ago. They're still a pretty good team. On their day, they definitely know how to put teams to the sword. They killed the Titans. They're able to kill teams and they can also get beaten by teams. It's just kind of how the cookie crumbles with them. They're a difficult team to read. However, the Sharks, for me, are a lot more consistent than the Knights in a generalised term of the team. The Sharks, for me, are definitely more consistent, but the Knights, obviously, they have probably a better team on paper right now, especially with Ponga being fit. They do have Pearce being fit, but Clifford's obviously in the 6th, which I'm not a big fan of, but overall, it's going to be an interesting one here. Jack Douglas says, can the Warriors make the finals? Probably not, my guy. Probably not. Like, they're still technically in the mathematical hunt, but not really. So like it'll be interesting if they do get it. That'll be a huge comeback, considering how poor they have been this season. But I highly, highly doubt it. Like I highly, highly doubt it, to be honest with you. But we are about 5 minutes away here from kickoff getting underway. Nasir says Sharks have not been the same since Sean Johnson was injured. Sharks weren't good in the beginning of the year anyway. Sharks were terrible at the beginning of the year regardless, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, the Sharks haven't been really good at any stage this year, even when Sean Johnson was there. And a lot of Sharks fans actually blame Sean Johnson for being so poor, to be honest with you. But still waiting here for the game to get underway. Let's go through some of the team lists here before we do get in. Let's go have a look at the team list here. So obviously William Kennedy will be in the number 1 role. Obviously a lot of talk with him considering Nico Hines coming in next year, but William Kennedy will hold that role out, I would safely assume. They've got Katoa and they've got Molatalo on the wings with Talakai and Ramey in the centres. Tracy and Trindle as the halves, with the number 9 being Brayley. Hamlin, Ueli and Woods as the front row forwards there, with Nakora, Williams and Rudolph as the back row. We move into the Knights team. Number 1, obviously, is Ponga with Tuala and Hunt as the wings. They got Mann and Best in the centres with Clifford and Pearce in the halves. And number 9 is obviously a Brayley. So the Brayleys are going head-to-head against each other in today's game with the Saifiti brothers in the front rows there for the Knights. They got Barnett, Frizzell and Watson as their back row. So yeah, interesting team lineup there. Interesting team lineup there for the Knights. They've got quality, but they've also got a couple of players that you don't really kind of think about when you're talking about quality players. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not really players the first thought that comes to their head when someone says, who's the best, second row in the business? Who's the best centre in the business? Braden Best is good, but, Kurt Mann, you know what I'm saying? So, Knights are an interesting team, and that's why I really don't know how to read them today. But, people have got them as favourites. Luke Palmer says, Sharks will need a miracle to win today. Not really. Winter says, who is better, Jalen Brayley or Blake Brayley? It's a tough one because they're both very similar. They're not great, but they're not bad, but they're not great. Blake Brayley or Jaden Brayley? I'm not too sure. I'll ask the chat one. Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat. If you think, I think they're literally both the exact same kind of player. I think they literally play the exact same way for the Sharks and for the Knights, and there's no real difference between them, to be completely honest with you. I couldn't separate them. I could not separate them. The more I think about it, the more I think they're the exact same style player at the different clubs. So, let's watch today and see who's the better player today, and then that'll be my answer. Like, I'll probably go Blake. I'll probably go Blake, but in the same sense, it's a tough one. It is definitely a tough one there. Luke Palmer says, yes, watch Kalen Ponga rock up and murder us. Yeah, you really don't believe in your Sharks, eh? You really don't believe in your Sharks, which is strange. I definitely have a lot more belief in this team than you apparently do. But yeah, look, I think that I've got the Sharks winning today by 2. I've got the Sharks winning today by 2, but if it doesn't happen, there we go. Doug Logan says they're both okay hookers. Yeah, they're both okay. They're not great, but they're both okay, yeah. John Davies says, I'm calling it now. Mitch Barnett, first try. Interesting first try scorer prediction. Wouldn't be crazy, but for me, if I'm going to go first try scorer, I'm going to go a centre who's going up on the right edge, the right side, so the right edge centre. The right centre for the Knights is who I'm going to go as the first try scorer. Is that Bradman Best? If it's Mann, then I'm going to change my decision. I'm going to change my decision. If it is Mann, it is actually Mann. Yep, it is actually Mann. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going Talakai. I'm actually going Talakai as the first try scorer for the game with the Sharkies. He's going into the centre position today, and it'll be very interesting to see how he goes there in the centre position. Apparently, he did play there a couple of weeks ago that I wasn't actually too... I don't think I watched that game. I watch every game, but I don't think I watched that game. I think it was Sharks and... I think it was Sharks Raiders maybe. I was obviously doing the Bledisloe Cup, I think, at the time. I'm not too sure. Or I was doing something else at the time anyway. But yeah, New Zealand versus Fiji. That's what I was doing, yeah. Empire says, Godhon said the Sharks need to lose today to win next week. Jack Lewis says, is Ponga good enough for a top 4 side? Yeah, absolutely. Ponga is a great player. You put Ponga into the Storm and he'll crush. He'll absolutely crush it. I don't think Ponga really suits the Roosters. I think he could definitely suit the Rabbitohs. I think if Ponga went to the Rabbitohs, that'd be incredible. They would really do wonders with him at the back. And then obviously, yeah, we move into teams like the Eels. I don't think he does good there at all. I don't think anyone does really. And then we've also got Manly. He could actually work at Manly, to be honest with you, but obviously they got Trebojevic. But live ladder right now, Knights in 9th, Sharks in 10th. With a win, both teams, whoever wins this game will go into the 8 this week. With a win, whoever will... If this is a draw, actually, that is the worst possible thing for all those teams. The Titans, Raiders, Dragons, and Warriors absolutely do not want to draw here. That'd be the worst thing ever. Sport Action says Jesse Raymond is my first try scorer. I'm going Talakai. I'm going the other centre. John Davies says, I can't back the Sharks after last week. I understand that both these teams are terrible to back. Both these teams are terrible to consistently back. I'm telling you that right now. So it's going to be the Sharkies coming out here onto the field here at Redcliffe Stadium. Beautiful day there in Brisbane. But hopefully we're privy to a beautiful game here. Tom Coop says, Turbo to be an immortal. Gee whiz. One season doesn't mean jack. Immortal? Immortal? Relax, man. Relax. Just enjoy the moment. Talk about immortal when the player has finished their career. Immortal? Gee whiz. You're putting him alongside the likes of Wally Lewis, Darren Lockyer, bloody... Oh, jeez. Come on, lads. Like, this has been 1 year. Like, you're in the moment. You're in the moment right now. Just enjoy the moment. You don't need to be thinking about what happens in 10 years, 15, 20 years' time, and then to compare to the likes of Andrew Johns and Wally Lewis. Jeez. Blake Harlan says, I hate that nice jersey. I'm not a big fan of the Sharks jersey, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan. Usually, I like the darker. I don't like the white colour one. But this Knights one looks like a tradie. It looked like a tradie's uniform for me. But the Sharks, that's going to be a big kickoff there. The Knights are actually going to get the ball here. The Knights are going to get the ball here off the kickoff. They kicked it. They're going to get the ball because the wind is very strong. So the Sharks have the win at their backs in the first half. But the Knights are going to get the ball here off the kickoff. So 19 now, 20 minutes out here from the line. Second tackle right now. Don't forget, guys, like I said, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Dev says it says Eels and Seagulls are both in 6th and no one's 5th. No, well, that's definitely wrong because the Seagulls are currently in 5th. But third tackle now for the Knights. They're 11 minutes out. Brayley gets this ball out here. Chance here. Pierce. It's going to be a try already. They're literally the first minute. Literally the first minute of this game, the Knights have scored a try. And the Sharks got the kickoff. I just want to throw this out there, guys. The Sharks received the kickoff and have conceded in the first 30 seconds of the game. Like that's crazy. Like that's a madness. How is that even possible? The Sharks received the kickoff and have conceded a try to Inari Chawala in the first 30 seconds of the game. That is just wild. That is just straight up wild. Wow, Sharks. That is something. That really is something, man. That is something. That is definitely something there. So the Knights are going to score a try. It's going to be 4-0 here with the hit to come. And see, it's fastest try of the season. Fastest try in a long time, yeah. Absolutely. But like it makes it all better because it makes it all even better than normal because they didn't receive the kickoff. It was the Sharks who received the kickoff. Devson says, do you think a Fitty Bump will get dropped? No, bro. No. Guys, relax in the chat. First, we got people comparing Tom Trbojevic to Immortals, and now we got Fitty Bumps getting dropped because of one try in the first minute. Relax. Before music is bad D from Katoa. It wasn't great. But from the left-hand side here, Adam Otherway says, is the fastest try of the season. Yeah, of course. I think the fastest try before that would have been like 3 or 4 minutes. Macapaka says best had about 4 guys marking him. So Jake Clifford here from the left-hand side. Can he smack this one in? Very difficult today with the wind. Very difficult with the wind today to be getting these side kicks. And he will get it though. Jeez, he will get it. That's a very strong kick there against the wind for Clifford. And it will be a 6-0 game here for the Knights. Yanni Maverick says apparently we could be signing Connor Watson. Yes, Connor Watson has, well, you guys obviously used to have him and then he went to the Knights and now he's coming back to the Roosters. It'll be interesting. Not too sure why the Roosters would get him, but then again, they've got a lot of injuries and they've got a lot of players out, so I guess they're just kind of going and trying to get a little bit of backup, a little bit of support for the, a little bit of a support going into the future, because right now, obviously, we were saying that their backup ranks are pretty good, but, there's still room for more. There's always going to be still room for more, especially when they have blank checks at that club. Especially when they have a cheeky little blank check, they just go, you know what, anyone can have this. You know what, you want this? Anyone can have it. You can have $100 billion to your contract. David Khan says, I can't wait for round 24, Melbourne Storm versus Parramatta Eels. Parramatta Eels are going to get smashed. David, you know the rules here, man. If you say Storms with an S at the end of it, you do get timed out. Unfortunately, you're Gonski for 5 minutes, my guy. Unfortunately, you are Gonski for 5 minutes. But there we go. It's going to be the Knights with the ball here. They're going to be 30 minutes out of their own line. 4 tackle now. Jack Tucker says, who have the Roosters signed? No, we're talking about the fact that Connor Watson could be getting signed by them again. Zempire says, don't worry, Doggy's better days next year. Probably not, but we'll see. Probably not, we'll see. But Knights will put this ball up in the air here. The wind is pretty... It's not as strong as it was in the previous game. It isn't as strong as it was in the previous game, but Sharks can get taken down here 30 metres out here from their own line. Tatum Kelton says, rookie error, David. It's a rookie error putting Storms with an S. It is. Second tackle now for the Sharkies. They're 30 metres out here from the line. Gee whiz, let me just get this chat up here on my phone so that we're ready to go. We're 3 likes away from 20, guys. Smack the thumbs up button. 3 likes away from 20. Let's go. Come on. 86 votes in the poll already, though. It's pretty good, but all right, we've got the chat up and raring to go on the phone. But set restart for the Sharkies at the 40-metre line. William Kenny gets up to Sissif Salakai. No, that's actually Mulatalo. Yanni Mavita says, Connor Watson is a decent player, probably will come off the bench. Oh, yeah, he wouldn't be starting for the Roosters, no way. He'll be starting for the Roosters. So third tackle now. It's going to be right-hand side. Who is your lock right now, actually, for the Roosters? Sharkies with the ball here. They're going to be 35 metres out. Fourth tackle. Here come the Sharks. This is their first touch of the ball, considering that they were actually received the kickoff and didn't touch it. So left-hand side here. Is William Kenny playing 7 today? No, that's not William. That's William Kenny there in the number 1. They look similar from behind. Yeah, Radley. Victor the Inflictor. The game's going away from him, unfortunately, in my opinion. But the Sharks are going to get the ball here at the 45. That is absolutely shocking. It might actually work out here. Oh my God, it might actually work. It's still fit tackle here. It's still fit tackle here, but they're not going to be able to get the ball away there. That was terrible from the Sharks. Absolutely shocking from the Sharks. Absolutely shocking from the Sharks. And it'll be Knights here, 35 minutes out. Yeah, look, I think Radley's great, but I think the game's going away from him. So it could be kind of something that the Roosters are looking at, because I do think it's going away from him. Yeah. Yanni Mavita says, yeah, he needs to work on his discipline, but he's a great player. I think, 10 years ago, he would have been one of the best players in the league. Now, unfortunately, or even 2 years ago, he was arguably one of the better players in the league. Now, the game is just so far away from him, it's ridiculous. But set restart here for the Knights. Kalen Ponga, left-hand side, gets up to Bradman Best, and Bradman Best here, he's going to get taken over the sideline, maybe? No, but it's going to be first tackle here, 30 metres out here for the line for the Knights. Finite Simulation says Sharks are hopeless. They're not looking the goods right now, man. They're not looking the goods right now. Kalen Ponga gets off to Pierce. Pierce gets it off to Saifiti. I nearly forgot his name when they're both the front row forwards. I was trying to think of which front row forward is that, but that is Saifiti. They're both Saifiti. So the second tackle here for the Knights. Mitchell Pearce, right-hand side, taken down here. 15 metres out. Tyson Frizzell. Jack Douglas says that was a tough suspension on Radley. It was, but it is what it is. Third tackle here, left-hand side. Mitchell Pearce with the ball. 15 metres out. Kalen Ponga now. Ponga. Chance here for Chihuahua for a double. No, taken down here. 3 metres short. Oh, that's a double move. Oh, jeez, that would have been a second effort there if he had gone over the sideline there. So right-hand side here for the Knights. Gives it off to Mitchell Pearce, and Pearce can step around. He's going to get taken down here 5 metres out. Fit tackle. 6 minutes gone here in this game. Jimmy Veal says Radley only plays half a season. Watson can play the other half. Yeah, fair enough. There you go. Fit tackle here, and it's going to be Clifford. Kicks it through. That's not played at. It's still not played at. And that will be fit tackle, and he'll be taken down. But he says, how you doing, mate? In your opinion, do the Titans win the next lot of games to make finals alongside Newcastle? Yes. Except for the Storm game. But then again, I think that a lot of teams would prefer... Well, the Sharks desperately want the Storm to kill the Titans. Because the Sharks, if they have any chance of making the 8, not only do they need to win this game, but they need the Storm to rest players in the final game of the season. Because the Sharks get that unlucky draw where they play the Storm the last game. Kennedy's going to get taken down 30 minutes out from his own line. Yanni Mavita says we can't catch a break with injuries and suspension this year. But we always kill the Knights. The Knights, we're probably the bogey team for the Knights at the moment. We've killed them by about 80 points in our last 2 games. So, yes, I think we beat the Knights. And then the Warriors are our bogey team, which is a problem. But... that's going to be a knock-on here from the Knights, I think. I think that's a knock-on from the Knights. It will be Sharks ball here. Yanni Mavita says the Warriors are your bogey team. They are, but in the same sense, I really still feel like this year we might be able to get it at the end of when we're at home and we have to play for the final position. I think it'll be different. But however, they are our bogey team, absolutely. And we did beat them 3 years ago or 2 years ago for the first time in like 10 years or whatever. So... but yes, they still definitely are our bogey team. Jack Lewis says, sorry, but there is no way the Sharks can win this game with their missing players and a full-strength Knights team. They're missing players? Who's their missing players? Who's their missing players? Because the majority of the year they've been without them. If you're talking about Sean Johnson, they've been without him for quite a while now, and a lot of Sharks fans actually blame Sean Johnson when he was playing. And they did. So Sharks here are going to be at the halfway line, so it's tough to be now coming in and saying that the Sharks can't win without all their players, because I can't tell you who's the players that are gone. Who's the big players that are gone that would win them this game? Adam Ottaway says the Warriors are basically at home when playing at Seabus. That's probably why. Anyone's at home when they're at Seabus, pretty much. Left-hand side here. Unless you're the Broncos. Weirdly enough, this year, man, we had more supporters there than the Broncos did, which was really strange. Third tackle here, right-hand side. Every other team, just ridiculous, outnumbers us. Right-hand side here, chance here, Kennedy to Jesse Ramey. Ramey here, right-hand side. Ramey, right-hand side here. Don't know what Ramey's doing there. It's a knock-on, or what's going on there. Apparently not. So Monotalo here with the ball. Oh, that's going to be a second effort. No, fourth tackle here. 5 minutes out here. Left-hand side. It's going to be a set restart here for the Sharkies. They're going to go left-hand side here. Destin Q says you got Broncos and Warriors next week. Don't know how to call that one, man. I actually am not surprised the Broncos win, but I'll take the Warriors for the time being. But I'm not surprised the Broncos get that one. But obviously, I will do a live stream tipping video on Tuesday night, guys. So definitely get ready for that one. So left-hand side here, and it's going to be 3 metres short. Chance here for the Sharkies, actually. Second tackle here. Oh, that's a high tackle. Arguably a high tackle there against the Knights. I'm not going to call it, though. Third tackle here. Oh, that's a knock-on. That's a knock-on here. Hello? What? No, that's a knock-on. Absolutely. How is that not a knock-on there against the Sharks? How is that not a knock-on? Bronson Cherry, you cannot include him, Jack Lewis. Do not include Bronson Cherry, Jack Lewis. Right-hand side here, Candy gets this ball off to Katoa. I can't believe you've even tried to use Bronson Cherry as an out. Brother. Jackson Ferris, don't try it. Wade Graham, I get that one. Franklin Pelly, don't try it. Josh Dugan, definitely don't try it. Teague Wilton, don't try it. Mawene Hiroti, don't try it. Sean Johnson, yeah. And Matt Moylan, yeah. But majority of those players have been out for pretty much the entire season, and a lot of the Sharks fans did blame Sean Johnson for ages, but a lot of those players there, you've just said players that are fringe. You've just said players that barely even play. You know, you can't be saying these players are out and that's why we're losing, and then saying the name Mawene Hiroti as if like he's a starting lineup player that is the reason why you guys are losing. Like, you can't do that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You may as well utilize and you may as well go and say Finnegan and Ika Hines because they're contracted to the Sharks. They're not there though. When you're saying Bronson Cherry's been suspended for the next like 3 years. So Cherry's out for the next like 3 years. Benny says, love the insight. Keep up the work, legend. Appreciate you, my dude. But Knights here going to put that ball up there, and the Sharks get the ball here 25 minutes out. Bronson Cherry's suspended for 3 years, mate. I think he comes back in like 2026 or 25 or something like that. Gee whiz. Michael Parker says, isn't Bronson Cherry a drug cheat? Yes. Yeah, that's why I don't understand why Bronson Cherry's name's been up here. You know, and a lot of players have done it, but in the same sense, I just don't understand how you could utilise Bronson Cherry. Jack Lewis says, I copied the list from Google and it seemed a lot of missing players to me. Yeah, but a lot of them are fringe players, a lot of them players who don't really play, and one of them is a player who's been suspended for like 4 years. You know. But that's going to be a high tackle here against the Knights. The Sharks will get the ball here. He comes back 2024. Okay, so I think he was suspended for 5 years, and 2024 must be his last year he's on suspension. So then he would come... Oh, no, so 2023 must be on his last. So he's only 2 years away. Will he get there, though? He was the most promising young star coming through, though. So Sharks are 3 meters out here. It's going to be Sharon Woods with the ball, and Sharon Woods is going to lose a meter there. Good play there by Sharon Woods. You always know he's a good meter loss there when he gets the ball. So right-hand side here, Brayley gets it off here to... Why'd they cut back on the inside there for the Sharkies? Offloads it here. Sharks, chance, should score. Jesse Ramian with the try, and it will be 6-4 here with a kick to come. It will be 6-4 here with a kick to come. So that is a try time for the Sharkies. Try time for the Sharkies. There we go. Sharkies. Put it over the line there with Jesse Ramian. Makes it 6-4 with a kick to come. And we're in for a potentially tight game here. So this is what I was saying, guys. Everyone's saying, like, 50 bomb? I'm like, 50 bomb? You see it try in the first minute. Doesn't mean nothing. Doesn't mean nothing. But the Sharkies going to hit back there. This is going to be a close game regardless, guys. This is going to be a close game regardless. Destin Q says no Tyson Gamble or Albert Kelly, which means we might have to use Milford and Croft. So I think we lose. I think you lose regardless because like Gamble and Kelly, it's not like that's the greatest halves pairing since sliced bread. That was a good offload there from the Sharkies. Gets it off to Trindle, and Trindle gets it outside to Ramian. Ramian just steps inside to Nari Tuala, and obviously, you know, Tuala was able to get a try past Ramian before. Now Ramian's about to hit right on back, so there we go. But guys, we've been here for 12 minutes here. There's still 28 minutes to go the first half. Let's hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new, because if you don't subscribe, you're getting kicked out of the house tomorrow. Your mum's going to say you can't come home, and you're gone. So 28 minutes to go here, and geez, nice try there by the Sharkies. Luke Palmer says, oi BKR, we sorted. Can you believe that? Because I certainly didn't. We scored. Can you believe that? Luke Palmer, I don't understand why you've got so much hate for the Sharkies today. Like, I don't get it. Like, I've told you the Sharkies are going to compete. I've told you that I think the Sharks win by 2. I don't understand why you've got so much dislike and distaste for the Sharks today. Aren't you a Sharks fan? You know, it doesn't make sense. Like, I got the joke at the beginning, and I thought, okay, well, this will probably like finish before the game or like 5 minutes in, but you're still going. 13 minutes of the game. Bro, it's 6-6. Like, give your team some credit, my dude. Give your team some credit. It's 6-6. They conceded in the first minute of the game, and yet they're tied 6-6 right now. Like, I don't understand why the hate is still flowing here for the Sharkies today. Destin Q says, Brisbane's form has been good as of late, and watching the Warriors, they were crap. There's a chance they're 100%. Destin Q, your team is 15th. Just want to throw that out there. Young Maverick says, the Broncos have played well every time they have played us this season. Yeah, I think, no, not this season. The Broncos, I think they've won the last 6 of 9 against the Roosters, and obviously only lost that one by 1 point the other night, which would have been 7 from 9. The Broncos are actually the bogey team for the Roosters. The Broncos are actually a bit of a bogey team with the Panthers, but they just don't win those games. They don't win the games against the Panthers, but they're a bogey team in the sense they make it close. Jake Lewis says, Cherry is only 1 or 2 players in the history of the NRL to have a surname beginning with ZX. Well, there you go, mate. Gee whiz. Oh, another short kickoff here by the Knights, and they're going to get it. Another one. Luke Hummer says, yes, but we have been terrible this year and don't deserve the top 8, and what the hell was that? Like, yes, but in the same sense, like, not many teams do deserve the top 8. Only 6 teams deserve the top 8. And you could argue the Parramatta shouldn't even be there either at the way they're going. So you could argue just there's only 5 teams who deserve the top 8. But you don't see me hating on my team the whole game. Like, jeez. You don't see me hating on the Titans all game. I'll tell you when my team's shit, but I'll still say, like, screw you if you're talking shit about the team. Like, the forward tackle here, they're going to be 8 metres short here from the line here. Here come the Knights, or here come the Tradies. Left-hand side, they're going to go here. They're going to get this ball off to Clifford. Clifford here gets it off to Barnett. Barnett here will get inside the 10, and then now Barnett's going to get taken down here 5 metres out. Now, see, it says, does the Roosters deserve the top 8? Absolutely, they're top 4, bro. What do you mean does the Roosters deserve the top 8? They're top 4. Of course they deserve the top 8. They're in the top 4, and they're probably going to get top 4. If they continue winning their games, they will make top 4. But Sharks here, that's a terrible kick from the Knights. It'll be a 7-tackle set here for the Sharkies. Destin Q says, kind of want to see the Titans in finals. If they versus Eels first round, they could actually make prelims. I think if we play Eels or Roosters, I think the Roosters are a better team, but I still think that Eels or Roosters, the Titans do have a chance in. Do I think they win? Probably not, but they still have a chance in. I don't want to play... Manly we're usually pretty good against. Manly we are usually pretty good against, but I still think that Manly will obviously crush us considering what's going on this year. But you got to remember, we were up 24-8 at half time against them. So if we could have put a full game together there. Sharks here, left-hand side, it's a knock-on. Knights are away here. Knights are going to score a try. No, it's a double knock-on. Nancy says Turbo is in doubt for next week. Zampire says last time a team conceded that quickly, they got slammed by 50, and I remember that was because it was Brisbane. Yeah, that's Brisbane. They always concede 50. Malcolm says Zampire, you know nothing about footy. Gee whiz, I know. Here we go. Jack says I'm going to the Storm versus Eels game in a couple of weeks, but I have a feeling it'll be a blowout. You reckon, mate? That's crazy that you say that. It's not. Wow. You reckon? Gee whiz, crazy. Jefferson says beef in the chat. Yeah, I know. I don't even know why you said you have no idea about footy. Before Music says it was a bad pass. I didn't really kind of catch it. But 15 minutes in here, 6-6 is the score. And Knights with the ball. They go left-hand side here. And it's going to be taken down here at the 40. It's been a pretty okay game to start off with, though. You know, I can't really complain a great deal about the game so far. I think that, both teams have been in it. Both teams have been given it a crack. Both teams haven't been great, but I definitely would say this has been probably one of the better games so far of the round. It's only been 16 minutes, though. Nancy says, when will we win the Blowside Cup? Goodbye. Third tackle here for the Knights, right-hand side. It's going to be Ponga with the ball. He goes out to the 35 or so, and he's now going to get taken down here 30 metres out. Jimmy Bill says Storm might be able to match it with the Eels. So it might not be a blowout. So Knights now, left-hand side, gets it off to Pearce. Pearce here. I think what was that? Oh, and they're going to be away here. Oh, the big fella. Look at him go. Hamlin Ueli with the ball. He slammed and grabbed the ball. He made it to the halfway line. Jake Lewis says, how much money is a jersey roughly in Oz? Oh, like $120 or $160, something like that. $140, something like that. So it's going to be, there was definitely a knock on there for the Knights. I don't understand why Connor Watson's trying to argue this was a dodgy play. It wasn't a dodgy play at all. He just knocked the ball on there. I don't think this was a dodgy play at all. So we're going to have a look here. Pearce inside. No way. No, what? He's gone down there. He's trying to get a penalty. There's nothing wrong with this. Oh, I know what he's doing here. He is technically contacted. Oh, you're shitting me. They're going to give this as a penalty. You're shitting me. Connor Watson, you are a soft human who have deliberately gone down here to get a penalty here. That is not a penalty. Like, that is not a penalty. Oh my God, Connor Watson, I hope that people call him out for this bullshit. That is a blatant dive. That is a blatant dive by Connor Watson. Bro, no one is impressed by you. People think you're a tosser. You are a tosser, Connor Watson. If anyone knows Connor Watson, please say you are a tosser to him because that is just bullshit. You're ruining the game with this bullshit. We ain't watching the Premier League, mate. I love the Premier League, but this isn't the Premier League. If anyone thinks that man was actually injured just then, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. He has blatantly gone down there. Look, he is absolutely fine now. Hasn't even come out for a HIA, by the way. I thought you had to. And now he comes up for a HIA. He's walking fine. He is not injured. There is no HIA here. He doesn't need to have his check. Oh, that's bullshit, man. You're ruining the game. People like Connor Watson, you are ruining the game. Yeah, see, now he's smiling and laughing on the sideline. Tosser. He's smiling and laughing on the sideline. Please criticise. I want you to criticise Connor Watson for this. Otherwise, people like this will keep doing this shit. You're ruining the game with your bullshit. Oh my God. Luke Palmer says, here we go now. Like, he's literally sitting there on the sideline laughing right now. He's laughing. He's over there laughing. He's actually dead set laughing. Like, what an absolute flog. What an absolute flog. Benny says, reasons the Roosters want it. So they're going to take a 2 here. What a flog. That is just outrageous. Like, that is just one of the most blatant dives you nearly will have ever seen. Before says he's going for a HIA. Don't even care if he's going for a HIA or not, because he'll come back out, because there's nothing wrong with him. So it's now 8-6 here to the Knights. Oh, shit me, man. I want the Sharks to win now. I said this, I don't care about having a perfect round. I've got a perfect round right now. If the Knights win this game, I've got a perfect round. I don't want a perfect round. I want the Sharks to win. Screw off, Connor Watson, you flog. Sasha Kelson says, that's terrible, Connor Watson, and what makes it worse is that big man Braden Hamlin-Uele was off. The thing is, right, is that he's gone down and gotten that, because it's technicality, it does contact the head. But, like, if anyone actually believes that he did genuinely get contact in the head and it impacted him to a point where he had to go off for a HIA, you are severely mistaken, and unfortunately need to take your glasses off, because that is shocking. Malcolm says he'd be laughing all night. Yeah, that's great. Well, he'll be criticised all night too. And players obviously do get criticised pretty heavily when they do shit like that. So he deserves to be absolutely flogged by the fans for something so stupid. Luke Palmer says, I don't know why so many people like the NRL when the refs are terrible with their decision in general. Well, that's technically the correct decision. It does hit him in the head. But we're not complaining about the decision. No one's complaining about the actual decision, because technicality-wise, that is right. We are complaining about the fact that that wouldn't have been called as a penalty, because it is a soft penalty nonetheless, but it is still technically a penalty because it does come into contact with the head, which is the technical rule of it. Everyone cops it. Everyone gets it. That's not why I'm annoyed here. I'm annoyed that he has gone down there, stopped the play, received 2 points for being a dickhead. That's what we're annoyed at. Yanni Mavita says, Connor Watson laughing in the sheds right now. Yeah, he was laughing on the sideline, bro. Did you see that he was laughing until the camera was on his face and then he stopped laughing? You notice that? Because he knows he's going to cop that. He knows he's going to cop it. Malcolm says, I like games that flow, none of this soft stop go. Exactly right. So 4 tackle here for the Sharkies. They're going to go right-hand side here, and it's going to be 40 metres out. They're going to whack this one down here, and it's going to go to the Knights, 15 metres out, even their own line. Nasir says, unsportsmanlike contact by Connor Watson. Mate, yeah, I'm looking forward to the NFL, even though my Lions got done by the Buffalo Bills late on in that game. Gee whiz. That's the usual, though. Luke Palmer says, I'm just saying the decisions are dumb when it comes to suspensions. Yanni Mavita says, anyway, let's just hope for a good game. Luke, have you decided to start supporting your team yet, or are you still not supporting your team? So third tackle here for the Knights. They're inside the attacking half. They're going to right-hand side here. Brayley gets it off to Pierce. Pierce to Tyson Frizzell. Tyson Frizzell gets inside the attacking 40 now. Ben says the hash cookie he had before the game finally kicked in. So left-hand side here, they're going to give it off to Clifford. Clifford gets it off, and they're going to take it down here for it. 20 metres out. Davis says, are you going to show me Paralympics? No. So Knights here, left-hand side, they're going to go. Gives it off to Clifford. He's going to get taken on 5th here. He will get tackled on 5th. That's not great there by Clifford. That is not great there by Clifford, and the ball will come here to the Shaggies. Shaggies, 15 metres out, even their own line. Siona Katoa gets slammed there in the tackle. Pjanovic says 25 likes. Let's get to 40 by half-time. Mate, you're absolutely spot on there, Pjanovic. Let's get to 40 likes by half-time. Bit of a slow day here. Bit of a slow day here, rugby league action. Not many people care greatly about these two games, but we may as well still try and get to the old 40 likes by half-time. Smack it up right damn well now. And obviously hit that subscribe button too, because it'd be rude not to. Right-hand side of the Sharkies, they're inside the attacking half now. Nasir says that wasn't a penalty on Satili Tupouniua. I can't even remember. So 4 tackle here. The high tackle. If you're going to call this one as a high tackle, the one with Tupouniua was actually worse than the one that we've just seen called as a penalty. So Sharks will kick that ball up in the air there. It will get kicked up in the air. Kalen Ponga will grab this ball. Oh, you could argue that was high, but they're not going to call that one. So that would technically be going against what we've just been talking about. Let's see. He says game has gone soft. Oh, absolutely. But it is what it is. You just have to keep going. Young Mavis is still crying over that. What about David Mead's strip? That wasn't a sin bin. Oh, it's a knock on from the Knights though. That's a knock on from the Knights. Knock on from the Knights. They're going to challenge it. I think they'll challenge this. Jesse says, are you streaming anything else today? Yeah, man. 2 streams later on tonight. We're doing the Manchester City versus Tottenham game at 1:30 in the morning. And we will be doing the Newcastle versus West Ham game at 11 p.m. tonight. Newcastle versus West Ham later on tonight. And Man City versus Tottenham. Jason Most says, I missed the start of the game. How are both teams looking? Connor Watson's a flog. Because he's a diving piece of shit. But outside of that, it's been a pretty good game. Both teams are looking okay. Not great. But, Connor Watson's a flog, yeah. Destin Q says, Yanni, if they called it as a legal tackle, you'd be crying still. Devson says, would you ever consider doing vlogs, BKR? Dev says, I'm going to actively encourage you to go and have a look at what my channel did before March of last year, before March of last year. So first tackle here for the Sharks. They're going to get this ball to the 10 metre line. I might consider doing vlogs. I've never done a vlog before. I've never done a vlog before here on BKR Sport. Sharks here, third tackle. They're 2 metres short here at the line. There's 2 metres short here from the line. Third tackle now. Right-hand side they're going to go. Brayley gets it off to Trindle. Trindle here looks for Kennedy. Kennedy here will get this one to... He'll lose about 10 metres there. Not a great one there. So full tackle here for the Sharkies. They're 15 metres out here from the line. Brayley goes left-hand side. Gives it off to Tolman. Tolman to Sharon Woods. And Sharon Woods is going to get taken down here 5 metres out here from the line. Nasir says, Blaze, you have done game day vlogs. No, I know. I know. Right hand side here. Devs has got a little bit to... Oh, it's fifth tackle apparently. I didn't even realise it was fifth. Oh, 6 again. Oh my god. The Knights gave away a 6 again on fifth tackle. Unbelievable. Desmond Key says, I mean, you should have won with the Broncos. Well, they did. They did win. So left hand side here. And Tolman's going to get taken down here 5 metres out. First tackle now for the Sharkies. 5 metres out. 5 metres out. First tackle now. Brayley left hand side. He's got Toby Rudolph. Now he gives it off to Sharon Woods. Sharon Woods gets it off out right left hand side. It's going to be Sissy with that guy. Guy taking down 4 metres short now. Sash and Kelson says, I pray a Sharks score because of the toss of Connor Watson. I want the Sharks to win just because of that. Oh, Sharon Woods, what a moment. That was just unbelievable. Right hand side here, William Kennedy. Kennedy's going to take it down here 5 minutes short here. Third tackle, 16.5 minutes to go here of the first half. James Formosa says, Para like COVID New South Wales, not getting better. Yeah, getting worse. Getting worse, mate. Fourth tackle here for the Sharkies. They're 4 metres short here from the line. Jack Lewis says Newcastle or West Ham prediction. Yeah, in a sec. Wait. Fourth tackle, Sharkies. Trindle. Oh, held up over the line. Held up over the line. There is Mr. Trindle. Held up over the line. So it will be fifth tackle here. 10 metres out. 16 minutes to go here the first half. But I'll go 1-1. I'll go. You know what? I'm actually going to go 2-1 to Newcastle. I'm going to go 2-1 to Newcastle because I think it is at St James. I think it is at St James Park. So fifth tackle here for the Sharkies. They're going to be 10 metres out here. Where are they going to go? Go left hand side. I'm assuming they'll go left hand side here and they'll spread this one. They'll spread it out nicely. Yanni Mavita says, you reckon Newcastle would sneak it? Yeah, I've gone 2-1 Newcastle. But over the top here, Sharkies. Knights drop that ball backwards here. Sharkies left hand side. Try time. Ronaldo Mulatalo. Take that one, Connor Watson, you moron. That's the try time for Mulatalo. Oh, try time for Mulatalo. Oh, try time. Try time for Mulatalo. Try time. There you go. Sharkies the try. Up 10-8. Take that, Connor Watson. Kayla Sutherland says, who wins, Rabbitohs or Panthers? Rabbitohs. That is a try for the Sharkies. Nice there, dropped that ball backwards. But they just passed the ball out to the left-hand side there for Ronaldo Montalvo, and he'll put the ball over the line. Yanni Mavita says, I hope Connor Watson comes back on and someone smashes him. Yeah, I would like that. I would absolutely love that. Luke Palmer says, Knights have been great in defence. Yeah, fantastic in defence. That's why the Sharks are leading right now, 10-8. That's why the Knights are currently losing the game. I'm feeling like Luke Palmer is not a Sharks fan, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling like Luke Palmer is trolling here. There's no way that Luke's a Sharks fan. There is absolutely no way on earth that Luke is a Sharks fan. Like his team is up 10-8 right now with the kick to come with 15 minutes to go here, and he's still hating on him. He's still hating on him. How are you still hating on him, bro? How are you still hating on them? Yanni Mata says, Knights have been great in defence plays. Oh, yeah, they've been great. That's why they're losing right now. That's why they're losing. That's why they've given up 2 tries in the first 25 minutes of the game. They've been great. 2 tries, a lot of tries. Just want to throw that out there. It still is a lot of tries. James Most says, I want the Sharks to win because Knights have an easy run home, except for the Titans, so to make it easy. Yeah, fair enough. I think they play the Dogs, Tigers, and Titans, don't they? But 14.5 minutes to go here. The Sharks do lead 12-8 here after the kick. Gee whiz. Imagine apparently being a Sharks member and still hating on the Sharks when they're winning 12-8. 12-8, bro. Like, I got your jokes before the stream, but your team is proving you wrong. I told you, Sharks win by 2. You don't want to listen, you want to say Sharks get beaten by 50. You told me the Sharks would get beaten by 50 today by the Knights. There's no way, surely not. And Luke Palmer says, you think I'm bad? My dad doesn't watch them and he's a Sharks fan. Mate, gee whiz. You know, it's just like if your team's losing, I get it. I get it. But your team is leading right now, dude. So 14 minutes to go here. It's like no one like it doesn't make you a better supporter. It makes you a really strange supporter, to be honest with you. I have no idea how you could be hating on this team. So second tackle now for the Sharks there at the 45-metre line. What do you want for them to do? What do you want them to do? They're currently winning the game, which is the process of what you want to get in rugby league and in sport. You want to win the game. They're currently in the process of doing that. They're currently leading the game, and you're still complaining. What do you want from sport? What is the point of you following sport if you're still hating on a team when they're winning, when they're doing what they're doing? Fourth tackle now for the Sharks. They're 35 minutes out here on the line. Yanni Matter says the Sharks don't lead games often, so be happy they are. I know. Even if they lose this game, like, wow. Fifth tackle now for the Sharkies. They're going to be 25 minutes out here. Left-hand side, they're going to go. Gives it off to Sharon Woods. Sharon Woods gets it off to Tracy. Tracy over the top here. Mulatalo! Oh, good take by Ponga. That was a very nice take there by Ponga. Jed Kerr says Sharks have been going okay without Moylan Johnson and some others. Absolutely. Devister says maybe he's not. Well, they lost the Warriors last week. Oh, knock on there for the Knights. Knock on from the Knights. Knock on from the Knights. That's a knock on. Devson says maybe he's not a Shark supporter. No, he's a Shark supporter, but it's just he's a really odd Shark supporter. It's really odd. The Knights are going to challenge this. This is definitely a knock on, though. This is definitely a knock on there. Luke Palmer says, trust me, I'm happy. I'm just really surprised. It doesn't, yeah, but bro, you don't keep going on about it. You don't keep going on about the fact that, like you're saying, the Knights have been good in defense. Like, what? They're down 12-8 right now. First 25 minutes. 12 points is still a lot to be given up. But this is absolutely a knock on here. I know this ball goes. I'm pretty like either way. Like this is what gets called as a knock on all the time. This gets called a knock on every single week. But then again, we saw yesterday that a knock on didn't get called in the Titans game. But this gets called as a knock on every single week. He loses the ball here and it goes down. That's a knock on. There's no way you don't call this as a knock on. Says stop trying to prove me wrong. There's no way you can't prove me wrong because I'm just going based on the comments that I'm reading. Tom Cooper says so many records are broken this year purely because of the 6 again rule. Absolutely. You know, but this is a knock on here. There's no way, unless you're calling a penalty, unless you're saying this is a penalty, and you could argue it against Sharon Woods, but he's just kind of using his fingers there. It's not like he's actually stripping the ball here. Devs says, speak our score prediction. I said 22-20 before the game started. 22-20 is what I said before the game started. So I don't know what they're calling here. It's not a strip. There's no way you can class this as a strip. It's a knock on here. Oh my god, that's the wrong call. That's not a strip. The Knights can get a penalty. That's the wrong call. Zempire says Madison will miss 5 weeks. Deb says, oh, that's right. I already read that comment. It's the wrong call. It just is. Like, I'm tired of this bullshit, man. I'm tired of every single time the commentators getting it right, the common consensus of the fans getting it right. You know, every single person getting it right except for the dickheads in the bunker. They're the only people who get paid to get the call right, and they're the only ones wrong. And then they come out and try and make us look like kids and say, no, you're wrong, we're right. And we're like, no, you're a flog, we're not flogs, you are the flogs. You know, I may be a flog. I can tell you I'm a bit of a flog, but I can tell you right now the bunker is absolutely more of a flog because they continuously get calls wrong when everyone else can get it right. Yanni Maverick says the bunker is terrible. It is just shocking, man. So third tackle here, but the bunker is also a necessity. You know, you can't get rid of the bunker. The bunker is still a necessity. Video refs are still a necessity. But in the same sense, they are still absolutely shocking. So right-hand side here, and Clemmer's going to bring this one back here to the 35. Zampire says, and if he plays guilty, who's this? Lethal Lockie says the bunker is always terrible every game. Yes, but it is also necessity. It is not just it's not an option. It is a necessity. Kennedy tackling now, arguably. I don't really know if Clifford's going for the ball there. Luke Palmer says taken out in the air. What the hell? Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that Clifford was going for the ball. Talakai. It's going to be... Oh, that was lucky there that Trinda was able to slap that ball away. Otherwise, it would have been a try underneath the post there for the Knights. Debson says, knock on Sharks. Somebody says, why do we even have a bunker? Well, that's a ridiculous question because if we didn't have a bunker, then when the calls are actually made correctly and they get changed around because the bunker is able to see the obvious when the referees still make decisions that are wrong, you got to remember that the bunker is absolutely necessary. Otherwise, you would see a lot of tries on the sideline get called as out because to the straight eye as the touchy is going to call out a lot of the time. And because there's no bunker, it can't get overruled. So, no, it's a necessity, but it's also frustrating as shit. James Formosa says referees have had it more tougher than the bunker, and bunkers still get it wrong or a little less. Let's not defend referees as if they're any saints, because they definitely make mistakes a lot too. But at least the referees have an excuse that they don't have the video footage to literally witness at 0.1 of a second slow. So it's going to be Knights with the ball here, 5 metres out. Oh my God, it's going to be a penalty here to the Knights. It is a penalty to the Knights. Penalties to Knights here, 10 metres out. If I'm the Knights here, I would not take the 2. Well, take the 2, Luke Palmer. What are you talking about, take the 2? Why would you take the 2 here? Scrum here, 10 metres out. Zenpai says, why would I be joking? He took a player out last night and showed no remorse. He's been charged by the committee. Oh, you're talking about Corey Harawira. No, not Harawira. Harawira was apologetic and definitely showed remorse. Last night was the Ryan Madison. He deserves to go for a long time. That was deliberate. That was intentional. That was intentional there from Ryan Madison. Jesse says, this channel's so good because of all the opinions that are shared throughout and the commentating. Appreciate you, dude. That's what we're here for. You know, everyone can come together. Ponga here, left-hand side, 8 metres short. It depends on the type of game. Some games are more serious. Some games are more jokey. Some games we talk shit. But this game is obviously quite close. So a lot of it is us mainly talking about the game. In general. Jaquil Lawton says, hey man, hello Jaquil, how we doing? Yanni Mavita says, Ryan Madison deserves to be gone for a very long time. Yeah, he's a dog after what he did last night. So right hand side here for the Knights, they're 10 metres out here, and Frizzell's going to get to 5 metres short. He gets the offload away. Connor Watson, flog him, smash him please. Yeah, good. Yeah, go over the sideline. Oh, that's going to be Knights ball here, 10 metres out even the line. I want someone to absolutely smack him. I want someone to absolutely smack Connor Watson. Left-hand side, they're going to go here. Mitchell Pearce gets it off to Ponga. Ponga gets it off here to Bradman Best. And Best is going to get taken down here. 5 metres out here from the line. 4 tackle now. 9 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. It's going to be a knock-on against the Knights. It's going to be a knock-on against the Knights. 34 likes, though. Let's bang it up and let's get up to 40 likes before half-time. Let's get up to 40 likes before half-time. Otherwise, I tell you what, you're going to be crying yourself to sleep tonight. You just will be. Somebody says, at least this game is a little better than the last one. Massively better. It's 12-8. At least this is close. The last one was close for a little bit, but it wasn't ever going to be close like this. These two teams actually, you know, have something to play for. They do. Greg Smith says, how does the PT system work? PT system? Sport Reaction says, Ponga is a protected species. Wait, is this a penalty to the Knights? I don't even know what happened here. Apparently it's a penalty to the Knights then. Is it? It is a penalty to the Knights. Oh, true. Britton Okora's on report. I didn't even notice that. So it's going to be Knights here with the ball. They're going to be 10 metres out from the line. 9.5 minutes to go here of the first half. Greg Smith says point. Oh, how does the point system work? Point system, I'll tell you after this set. Left-hand side here for the Knights. Chance here, knock on Bradman Best, and that is karma there for a stupid penalty. So the Sharks with the ball here. But point system, try is 4 points, conversion is 2 points, penalty is 2 points, field goal is 1 point, unless before the 40-metre line. If you kick it from in front of the 40-metre line, it's a 1-pointer. If you kick it from behind the 40-metre line, it's a 2-pointer. In regards to field goal, where you drop the ball onto the ground and then you kick it over. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But that's a knock on there against Bradman Best. That is a knock-on there against Bradman Best, and the Shaggies will get the ball here. 12-8 with 8.5 minutes to go here of the first half. Jed Kerr says, Knights trash. Oh, look, now everyone's starting to say the Knights are trash. I've been trying to tell people this for ages, but people haven't been listening to me. Sport Talk says 8-point tries also, but they are rare. You don't even bother bringing that up, bro. You'd only bring that up if that happened. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to bring up 8-point tries. We don't see that unless someone's been a real dickhead, which we can see, but you don't see that. You just don't bother. There's no point. You can't, like, safeties happen quite a lot actually in the NFL. I shouldn't say that. I was going to compare it to safeties in the NFL, but you do see quite a lot of safeties in the NFL. Jesse says, do you think Keary will come back for the finals? No. Second tackle here for the Sharks. They're going to be 23 metres out here from their own line. Yanni Mavita says, when was the last time an 8-point try was given? I think there was one given 2 years ago or last year. I think there could have honestly been one last year. Off the back of my head. I could be wrong. But for some reason my brain's telling me right now that it could have been last year. Right-hand side here, Chambers gets it off to Ramian. Good step by Ramian. And Ramian's going to get taken down here at the halfway line. But that was a really good run there by Jesse Ramian. Daniel says 2 to 3 weeks ago, Raiders. Raiders got an 8-point try 2-3 weeks ago. Did they really? I didn't even know that. Was that the game against the Sharks? I don't know. I didn't watch it. So I was watching the Fiji versus New Zealand game, but up it goes here from the Sharkies. The Knights will get the ball here. 2 minutes out even their own line. Kalen Ponga gets it. James Moses says all the teams 7 through 10 have since been good and since where they look like a bottom 4 team. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And this is why I keep telling people. You know, that's why I think the Titans make the 8, because we've got the best for and against the 8. We get to play the Knights, so we always pump. I know we probably lose to the Storm by a decent margin, but in the same sense, we only lost by 6 from last time. So the Knights are going to have the ball here, 20 metres out here from the line. Third tackle here, and the, big hit by, is that Toby Rudolph? Gee whiz, that was a huge hit there. Fourth tackle, Kalen Ponga gets it past the 30, gets it off here to Barnett. Barnett's going to get taken down just outside the 40. Just outside the 40 right now. What is the poll saying right now? Cronulla Sharks, 40%, Knights, 60%, 144 votes. Crazy the people saying that. Jed Kerr says, I always knew they were trash. I just thought them full strength could beat Sharks under strength. Sharks aren't really under strength. I don't understand where this notion comes in too. The Sharks aren't really under strength. And if you even bother copying and pasting the shit that we saw before in regards to Bronson Cherry, that's a penalty. That's a penalty to the Sharks here. That's a penalty to the Sharks here. Oh, okay. KO's apparently just gone schizo. KO's just gone schizo. It just went back to the beginning of the game. Okay, we're back. They're going to challenge this, I think. They will challenge this. They call it as a knock-on. I think they'll challenge this. They should get a penalty here. They should get a penalty here. Baulatai says, come on the Knights. Blake Harler says, Titans beat Storm if Storm play like they did against the Raiders. I would agree, but then again, the Titans played horrific against the Rabbitohs. So he puts the ball down. No, that's not on Clemmer. That's the knock-on. That's a knock-on. That's absolutely a knock-on there. That's absolutely a knock-on. You can't blame the Knights play that. You can't blame Clemmer for that. That's a knock-on there against the Sharks. There's no way. Challenge unsuccessful. Absolutely. That's a blatant knock on there from Andrew Fafita. So 6 minutes to go here, and the Sharks will lose their challenge. Godsmaker says, this getting as bad as Manly Para for errors. This has been really... Was there really that many errors in Manly Para from both teams? It was mainly from Parramatta's end, obviously. Luke Palmer says, why challenge? I understand why they challenged it, because they thought that they thought that he put his foot there deliberately, but Andrew Fafita is an idiot. So, there we go. Knights with the ball here. They're going to be 40 metres out, right-hand side. They're going to go up to Ponga, and Ponga here is going to step inside. He's going to get taken down here. 25 metres out here. I'm feeling like the Knights are going to score here, guys. They're 25 metres out here from the line. They're going to go left-hand side right now. It's going to give it off to the number 14 here for the Knights. I'm not too sure. Second tackle now, 15 metres out here from the line. So Brayley here will get this ball left-hand side, gives it off to Pearce. Pearce here. Pearce gets it off, and they're going to be Clemmer, 10 metres short here of the line on third tackle now. Third tackle, Brayley goes left-hand side, gets off to Clifford. Clifford here, Barnett crunched down here, 2 minutes short, fourth tackle. I'm still feeling the try for the Knights coming up here though. Right-hand side they're going to go. Gives it off to Clifford. Clifford gets it off to the Flog. Flog gets it out to right-hand side, gets it off to Tyson Frizzell. Frizzell here with the ball. He's going to step around. He's 20 metres out. He's going to keep going here. Frizzell's going to keep going here. He's going to get out to 15. He's going to be slapped there by Jack Williams. My goodness me. He's going to lose the ball too. Jeez, Frizzell's going to lose the ball there in that tackle with Williams, and that was a good tackle there by Jackie Boy Williams. Jesse says, the only good thing David Fafita has ever done is score in the 2016 Grand Final. David Fafita, 1, the brother, didn't play that Grand Final. And 2, David Fafita, the Titans player, is not the same David Fafita. And 3, the Fafita you're talking about is Andrew Fafita. James Formosa says, in terms of errors, Manly a 9 and Para 10. Jack Lewis says, Sharks without key players today, Cherry in particular. So second tackle here with the Sharks, they're 40 metres out. Luke Palmer says, oh my God, if only every forward in the Sharks team can be like Jack Williams. So right-hand side here, big time for the Sharkies here, big time Jeans. Taken down, 40 metres out. New Zealand Hugger says, it's a drop-a-thon today. Oh, it is a drop-a-thon. It's a drop-a-thon, but I'm freaking out because this game could easily finish in a draw right now, and a draw would crucify every other team around the top 8 and really benefit the Sharks and the Knights, especially the Knights with their for and against. Fourth tackle here for the Sharks. Actually, I think the Knights would prefer. They would actually probably prefer a draw, if I'm honest with you. They would. So fifth tackle now. They're 15 metres out. They're going to go left-hand side here. Brayley gets it off. It's going to be kicked through. Good kick. No. Oh, close. But it will go out for a dropout. No, sorry, not a dropout. A 7-tackle set here for the Knights. Blake Harler says, are they related or not? The David Fafita in 2016 is brother of Andrew Fafita, but the David Fafita who plays with the Titans, I believe, is their cousin. It's going to be on report here against somebody for something. Something happened. Someone's on report. Who's on report here? Ponga? Who's on report? I don't even know who's on report. So it's going to be Knights with the ball here, and they're going to bring this one back out to the 25. It's really interesting with those guys. David Fafita is the brother of Andrew Fafita, but the David Fafita you're thinking about is actually a Titans player, not the Sharks player. He used to play in 2016. He's currently in the Super League. It was David Clemmer who went on report there. But I believe they are actually the cousin of David Fafita, the one that's at the Titans right now. It's really odd. So second tackle now for the Knights. They're about 42 metres out here. Left-hand side, Flog gets the ball, gets it off to Clemmer, and Clemmer gets it inside the attacking half here. Third tackle. Third tackle now, 45 metres out here from the line. Jimmy James has crushed it earlier. Oh, sure, I didn't even see it. So left-hand side here, gives it off to Clifford. Clifford here, good run, good set here from the Knights so far. Very good set here from the Knights. Especially the fact that they haven't dropped the ball yet. That's the best part about the set so far. So right-hand side here, Ponga. Ponga gets it off to Pierce, and Pierce is going to step inside here. Good little play by Pierce. Hasn't done anything today so far, though, Pierce. Hasn't done anything today, unfortunately. So 2 minutes 45 left. Right-hand side gives it up to Ponga, and Ponga here, he's going to kick this ball right-hand side. It's going to be a dropout. It's going to be a drop. Oh, my God. No, bro. Oh, bro, that ain't it, fam. That ain't it, fam. Don't offload the ball. Guys, don't offload the ball in your own goal line. Don't do it. Do not do it. Do not offload the ball in your own try line for the love of God. Like, Monotalo nearly just cost the Sharks a try there. I don't know what he's thinking. He tried to offload it. He didn't drop that. He tried to offload that. I'm telling you that as a fact. He tried to offload that ball to send. 3 likes away from 40, guys. 3 likes away from 40. Smack the thumbs up button. Both teams need to win, Daz, mate. Both teams need to desperately win. Sharks need to desperately win more than the Knights do. So it's a minute 53 to go here the first half, but 3 likes away from 40 likes, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Daz, mate, says for 8 out of 8 tips. Yeah, I tip the Sharks for 8 out of 8 tips. If the Sharks win this game, I get 8 out of 8, yeah. So left-hand side here, the Knights with the ball. 25. At least one of us will be 8 out of 8 at the end of today, unless we get a draw. Yes. Which is possible. Which is absolutely possible. So right-hand side of the Knights, they're 20 minutes out. There we go. Tyson Frizzell. No, it's not Frizzell, but it's going to be taken down. It's actually Clemmer. Clemmer gets taken out 10 minutes out. Sammy Sue says that's definitely pressure from losing the ball in your own goal line. Left-hand side here. Third tackle. Knights chance. Barnett loses the ball. That's a knock-on. And I think that's a knock-on both ways here. Sharks are going to be away. They're not going to call it as a knock-on against the Sharks. So they're going to say it was only a knock-on one way. And Fafita, Andrew Fafita here is going to get that ball out to about the 35-metre line. That's probably the longest he's ever run. That's probably the longest he's run in about 5 years. That's probably the longest that bloke's run in about 5 years. So a minute left of the game here, of the first half. Sorry, the Sharks have the ball 35 metres out here from their own line. There's an injury here to Andrew Fafita. Something's happened here with Barnett, I think. I'm not too sure. Jack Lewis says, do you think the Sunshine Coast Falcons beat the Titans? Yeah, mate. Yeah. James Fulmer says, BK, are you going to do live stream tips for next week? Yes, on Tuesday night. So have your notification bell on. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button because we will do the tipping video on Tuesday night. I think that was good. We went for about an hour, but in the same sense, the hour was good because I kind of gave you an understanding of why I'm tipping each game. I put if you go after the stream finishes, I put the sections so you can go to whenever you want to hear the Rabbitohs Titans or whatnot, whichever tipping game you want, and you guys obviously can put 3 questions in at the end of the 3 questions in at the end of each little tipping part that I do. Dennis says, let's go give it to Candy. Zenpai says, is Will Chambers out yet? Will Chambers out yet? Will Chambers isn't playing. Will Chambers is a flog. He's an idiot. He's still living in the 2000s. Oh, if you call that as a high tackle, they're going to call this as a high tackle. He does clip his chin. So they could actually call this as a penalty to the Sharks here. They could. Dad says Chambers isn't playing. Yeah, Chambers isn't playing because he got dropped because he's an idiot. So 58 seconds left here of the game, of the first half, sorry. And the Sharks are going to have the ball here 35 metres out here from their own line. It's going to be Braden Hamlin-Ueli with the ball. He's going to roll this one back. Gives it off here, and the Sharks are now going to be first tackle. So it is a set restart. It is a set restart there. James Moses says, I like the live streams better because it's more interactive, such as questions and statements. Yeah, so right-hand side here, first tackle. Here we go. Sharks here. Chance. Kennedy. Katoa. Nearly knocked that ball on, but he does hold on to it. He's still going here, and he's going to get taken on the sideline. So close. His hair is actually on the line. Is his hair out? Does his hair get called as out? Is hair classed as out? It's actually a penalty to the Sharks. But if that wasn't a penalty, would his hair be classed as him being out? I don't actually know. I don't know the answers to that. I don't know the answer to that. Is his hair classed as being out? It's a good question. If I'm the Sharks, I take the 2 here, to be honest with you. I know it's far out. Oh, no, apparently they're not. They're not going to do that. But the Sharks still have the ball. 9 seconds to go here. I would run it straight and go for a field goal, is what I would do. But no, apparently they're just going to run this one left-hand side here. Gets it off to Monotalo. Monotalo goes out. He kicks it through, and it's going to be Knights now with the ball, and that's going to be half-time. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know the question. The answer to that question. I don't know the answer to that question. If your hair goes out, like if you have a ponytail or a rat's tail, and that rat's tail goes over the sideline, do you think the referee calls that as out, or do you think the referee says that's not out because it's your hair? It's a difficult question. It is. It's difficult. But anyway, half time here, guys. 12-8 to the Sharkies. It was an okay half. Close game. Long way to go here. It's definitely not game over by any means. But, yeah, look, it's not the most exciting game I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the most disappointing game overall. Desmond says Chambers isn't playing. Chambers not playing. Desmond says, nah, bro, not out. Well, why did he call that as a penalty then? Why did he call that as a penalty? Because they're saying it was a second effort. So that means that the second effort would mean that you would have had to take the player over the line. His body wasn't over the line. The hair touched the line. So I'm not too sure why that would then be classed as the hair being out, because how is that a second effort if the body doesn't touch the line? Because then you just play on because there's no point. I'm not too sure. Something Susie is a really good first half so far. A really good first half. I'd slow down on that one. It's been fine. I haven't minded it. I don't think it's been a bad first half, but like I've definitely seen better first halves before. But in the same sense, it's not been the worst I've ever seen by any means. John Davis says out. That's why Fergo is bald. Well, there you go, guys. That's the official fact right there. That's the official fact right there, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just doing something here quickly with the tennis. Dennis says that could be unfair to the hairy dogs. I don't know if you're insulting someone there, or I don't know if you're insulting someone, or you're just referring to the dogs there in general. But Guys, Megan says it's going to blow up in the second half. Going to be some vicious pushing. There's been a bit of a you can see in this game so far that these two teams don't exactly won't be having a tea party after this game pretty much. But yeah, that's all I would have to say. I don't think they'll be having a tea party up there in Redcliffe after this one. John Davies said Luke Palmer says we should re-sign Luke Lewis and Paul Gallen. Well, Luke Lewis, I'm thinking Wade Graham. My brain was thinking Wade Graham then when you said Luke Lewis. But yeah, Luke Lewis was fantastic. But Paul Gallen, mate, that guy is too busy. He's too busy breaking Olympics fighters' dreams. He said that he's going to break something to Justin Hooney. Well, guess what? Justin Hooney, he broke his hand or something like that, didn't he? I think he broke his hand or something like that. I find it crazy. It's like it's crazy how little people care about this game. To be honest with you, it's surprising. It's surprising how little people care about this game right now, considering that it is a game that obviously does have a lot of impact in regards to the top 8. But there, Dennis says, BK, did you see what I sent you on IG? Not yet, mate. Empire says the game is more vicious than two poodles attacking each other. Game is more vicious than two poodles. Yeah, well, two poodles, mate. But yeah, they could be quite crazy. I reckon they could go quite crazy. Jake Miller says it's still part of your body. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's still technically part of the body. 1 like away from 40, guys. 1 like away from 40. Smack that thumbs up button if you have not already. 1 like away from 40 here. But we are just waiting here for the second half to get back underway. And hopefully it gets a little bit more exciting, but it's still close. Sport actually says the Knights or Sharks make the 8, they get pumped. Anyone who makes the 8, they get pumped. I think the only team that probably don't get absolutely annihilated first week is the Titans, but in the same sense, they'll still get beaten. They'll still get beaten first week, but I don't think they get annihilated. But then again, we did see them get annihilated yesterday, but that was by the Rabbitohs. I don't think they get annihilated by the Eels, and I don't think they get annihilated by the Roosters. But I hope that we obviously have to play Manly, but we usually have a good record against Manly. Can you imagine the scenes, though? Can you imagine the scenes if like the Titans did make the 8 and Manly didn't finish in the top 4, and then Titans played Manly, and then or Manly played the Raiders, or just anyone beats Manly first week? People would lose their minds. People would lose their goddamn minds. Brody Aikman says, "What's up? I'm new. What's your name?" I am Buddy the Big Man. I'm the Buddy Big Man, BKR Sport, buddy. That's who I am. But no, who do you support, bro? Who do you support? Let us know in the chat. We're just kicking back right now. This is a bit of a kickback stream, but it's a close game regardless. Guess who says, so much respect for your time doing this, bro. Here in New Zealand, we have to pay to watch sports, so this channel is my dose. Appreciate you, dude. Obviously, we stream literally everything, man. So we've only missed one rugby league game this weekend, and that was the Tigers-Cowboys game. And that was because I was doing the All Blacks and Wallabies game, and I was never going to miss that game. But that really hurt as one of the only Australian fans in the country who actually cares about rugby union in this country. That hurt. But that was a good game for you guys, anyway. But yeah, no, I do literally every game, man, so I do appreciate the support. Brody says, who do you go from the NRL, and are you in Australia? Well, man, you can tell my accent's Australian, so I'm gonna take a guess and say yes, I am in Australia. To be honest with you, I am gonna put it out there and say yes, I am in Australia. What do you think? I'm in China? You think I'm bloody Saudi Arabian right now? Yes, mate. I'm Australia, but no, I'm a Titans fan, mate. Debson says, who do you go for? Plus, he goes to the Titans. I do, mate. I do, unfortunately. It is a big unfortunate. I don't usually open that curtain here, but I want a little bit more light in this room today. I want a little bit more light. But I think my score prediction of 22-20 to the Sharks is actually a pretty good one here still. Desmond says, you're in India. Am I? I'm in India. Well, we've got the T20 World Cup we're going to be streaming soon. T20 World Cup in the cricket. That's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one. We're going to have probably a lot of Indian fan base on this channel on those T20 cricket streams because I tell you what, those hockey streams, they killed it. A lot of we actually got quite a few Indian subscribers on those hockey streams we were doing during the Olympics. Really interesting. I looked at the analytics and the statistics of those streams, and I tell you what, like 90% of those views were from India. I was just like, wow, okay, even when India weren't even in the finals. Brody says, I go for the Rays, and I think the Titans and Rays will finish 7th and 8th. I don't think the Rays make the 8. Sorry to say, I don't. I think that the Knights probably still do. But overall, no, actually, no, I don't, to be honest with you. I don't, because I think the Titans beat the Knights in round 24. But the Rays don't look good. They just don't. And they've got to play Manly next week. Titans play Storm, but they've got to play Manly. They ain't beating Manly because Manly have to play with the top 4. Titans aren't beating Storm. Dragons aren't beating anybody. The Dragons could play the under-16s. They'll still find a way to lose. Sharks have I think the Knights play the Dogs. Or I think they play the Dogs, and the Sharks play the Cowboys or something. I don't know. Jeez. NRL Footy Update says Storm versus Rabbitohs, or Storm versus Eagles in the grand final this year. Yeah, it's a good one. I would have probably thought there'd be like the Panthers there at some stage, but apparently the Storm versus Storm is probably a better option than that. But I'm currently thinking that either the Storm versus the Rabbitohs or the Panthers versus the Rabbitohs at this point. I've been saying this for a few weeks now. Dasmate says, I got the Knights and the Titans making it. Yeah, but like the Knights still have to, if they lose this game, they still have to play the Titans, and there's only 3 games to go. So if they were to lose that, I think the second half is starting here. No, they're just replaying that first kickoff there for the Knights. The Knights will lose if they lose this game. They've got 3 games to make it. They're still 2 poor. Well, actually, they're equal with the Titans and Rays, actually. So it doesn't really matter overall, actually. You know what's crazy is that if the Knights lose this game today, it is the greatest week for Titans and Rays fans in history. Because as considering that Titans and Rays lost their games and knowingly were going to always more than likely lose those games, the Rays and Titans have both equally tough runs home. The Rays They played the Storm, were expected to lose that. The Titans played the Rabbitohs and were expected to lose that. So they just had to rely on the Sharks winning so that they didn't... the Rays, they still go below the Sharks, but it's still better than the Knights winning to put them above. Because that would sucker punch the Rays massively. And then the Dragons losing as well. This has been a great weekend outside of losing the game that we all knew they would lose. You know, I'm not expecting to win next week either, but I'm also expecting the Rays to lose to the Manly. I'm expecting Rays to lose to Manly. I'm expecting the Warriors-Broncos to be 50-50. I don't know who the Sharks play. I think they play the Dogs. They should win that, but then again, they already played them once and they lost. No, they don't play the Dogs. They played them twice. They beat them once and they lost them once. Who do the Sharks play next week? Somebody says, I definitely see the Storm, Rabbitohs, or Panthers making it to the grand final. James Formosa says, there are only 4 teams, in my opinion, that can make 7 and 8. There's only 3 teams for me. And that's Titans, Raiders, and Knights. I don't see the Sharks making it. I don't see the Dragons making it. And I don't see... Well, you know, I'll go 4. I'll include the Sharks for the time being, because they will be 20. They will be on 20, to be fair. And they're forward against his second best in that little area to the Titans. So I will say the Sharks too. Dasmate says, I think they play a shit team, Tigers, so yeah, shit team. Tigers fans still think they're in the hunt for the 8. Like, can someone tell them to get a grip? Can someone tell that team to get a goddamn grip? If you think you're in the hunt for the 8, Tigers fans, you are out of this world. You are out of this world. Truly. If you're a Tigers fan and you think you're still in the hunt for the 8, I implore you, I encourage you, please get out my goddamn face, because your team is shit and you are not making the 8. Gorbismago says, should just call the finals for the top 6. Whoever makes 7th and 8th doesn't deserve to be there. Absolutely not. That would be a boring competition every year, and that is a ridiculous decision. But thank you for saying that, but no. Jackson says, do you reckon the Warriors have a chance of making the 8? No, I don't. Their forward against is not great. They have to play the Broncos, the Titans, and the Raiders. So if they make the if they win those 3 games, they deserve to be in the 8, because they're coming up against 2 teams that are currently playing for the 8, and they're coming up against the Broncos, who are actually improving. improving, but the Warriors they've checked out. They've checked out. I don't really care. They're not going to make the 8 this year, but they did all right to get to where they are. Desmond says not even ninth for Tigers. I actually kind of want the Tigers come ninth because of the meme, because I've got actually a poster idea for the Tigers. I have got a poster idea for the Tigers if they are to come ninth. But I need them to come exactly ninth for it to happen. So it is potential. There is possible, but it's not going to happen. But there is possible. But it is unlikely, mate. It's unlikely. Dasmane says Tigers will make ninth, but no 8. It's an NRL tradition. It is an NRL tradition. You know what's funny is that Richmond is known as the ninth team in the AFL as well. I know they've won a lot recently compared to the West Tigers, but both Tigers teams are known as the ninth place teams, which is pretty funny. Luke Palmer says Sharks run home is Newcastle, Tigers, Broncos, and Melbourne to finish it off. It's not the easiest. The Sharks need to have locked up their position in the 8 before the last week. Or they need the Storm to have already locked up number 1 position by the last week. And if the Storm lose to the Titans, which we all know is absolutely 100% a certainty, if the Storm lose to the Titans, well then, gee whiz. The Storm are going to play their full team in that final round because they have to get the minor premiership. Brody Aikman says, well, the Knights and Sharks will get the 7 and 8 after next round because Raiders will lose against Manly and Titans will lose against Storm. But the thing is, though, is that the Knights, they play against the... who do they play? Who do the Knights play next week? Bulldogs? They should make the 8 next week. Yes, absolutely. But then you go and have a look at the Sharks, and the Sharks, there's no guarantee that they beat the Tigers. There's no guarantee at all that they beat the Tigers. Tigers and Sharks usually play quite well against each other. The Tigers still, for some reason, believe they're going to be in the 8. Okay, but then the Knights get to play the Titans the week after, and then in the last 2 games between the Titans and the Knights, the Titans have beaten them by about 80 points combined. So... you do the math. When Titans played the Knights last year, the end of last year, the last game of the season was 36-0 to the Titans. And that was with a full Knights team. And there was no David Fee, there was no Fast Malawi, there was no nobody. There's no nobody. And then we go into this year, and the Titans beat them 44-6, or 44-16 at Seabus Super Stadium. So in 2 games, they've scored 82 points against them. Was it 40, 44, and 36? 90, no. 80 points. 80 points. Sorry, I've been streaming two games now. 80 points against them. So you do the math. Buddy, good luck with the Knights there. Good luck. The Knights are really good against the Titans. They've conceded 80 points in 2 games against them. And then obviously, we go into the final game, and the Warriors play the Titans. That's a tough one because the Titans should win it, but the Warriors are also the bogey team. The Knights get to play. The Sharks play the Storm. Don't even at me. If the Sharks haven't got it locked up by the end of the last game, they're gone. Gosh. Charles Callis says, have a sleep, Blaze. Yeah, I'm streaming tonight 2 games tonight, which is Newcastle versus West Ham at 11 p.m. and Tottenham versus Man City at 1:30 a.m. So can't really do that, big fella. Zenbai says, not going to lie, I'm kind of happy Brisbane hasn't been good the past 2 years because it's made me more humble and enjoy wins more. No, you're not happy. No, you're not happy. Brody says, I reckon it's between three teams. Why is it between 3 teams? Okay, so who's the 3 teams? Who's the 3 teams? So are you saying Sharks aren't in it? Because the Titans, Raiders, and the Knights are absolutely in it because they're all on 20 points right now. So why would the Sharks not be in it? And if they win today, they'll be on 20 points as well. So there's at least 4 teams. There's at least 4 teams here. At least 4 teams. We're still waiting here for the second half to get underway, by the way, guys. 5 likes away from 50. Schmack, schmackety, schmack, schmackety, schmack, schmack. Let's get up to 50 right now. And obviously subscribe if you are new around here. We are still waiting for that second half to get underway, though. We are still waiting for the second half to get underway. And it's only a 4-point game, but I think that I would prefer the Knights to win this game because it would be a sucker punch for the time being, but I still... no, that would put the Knights 4 points above us, actually. I desperately want the Sharks to win this game, actually. I desperately do want the Sharks to win this game because that would put the Knights 4 points above us going into the last 2 weeks, so absolutely not. I think I need the Sharks to win this game. Charissa Bros says, who do you follow in the NFL? Well, I can see you're a Chicago Bears fan, man. You're not going to like it. I may be a Cubbies fan, I may be a Blackhawks fan, I may be a Bulls fan, but I ain't a Bears fan. I don't mind the Bears. The Bears are like a second team for me because I love the city of Chicago, but I'm actually a Detroit Lions fan, my guy, and I know it sucks. I know it sucks, but I'm actually a Detroit Lions fan because I was a Lions fan before I went to Chicago. But then when I went to Chicago, I fell in love with the city. So that's why I like all the Chicago teams except for the Bears. I like the Bears, but they're not my team. I'm still a Detroit Lions fan. And I know they're a rival, but everyone feels sorry for us because we're absolutely dog shit. Melly says, Knights might be in the top 8 if they win against the Sharks. This is good for my Knights. Knights will be in the top 8 if they win this game. They will be. The Sharks will be in the top 8. The Knights will be in the top 8. But either way... the Knights have to beat the Titans in round 24, which I don't think is happening. Jimmy Bill says, come on, the Knights season on the line. What you got? That's not on the line here. It's not on the line at all. This is not a make or break for the Knights. It's kind of a make or break for the Sharks. It is. It's kind of a make or break for the Sharks. But it's not a make or break for the Knights. Brody says, how did Penrith get so good 2 years ago? They were shit. Well, they weren't shit, but they weren't great. But yes, yes, they have obviously really rocketed up the scene from a couple of years ago when I tipped them for ninth and they ended up coming first last year. But they didn't win the comp, but they still... that's a good kick there from the Sharks. The second half has gotten underway here, guys. And the Knights will get this ball out to the 20-metre line here with 40 minutes to go here of the game. First tackle here for Clemmer. Goes left-hand side, and they're now going to get it out to the 30-metre line. Peking, R6 says, even if Knights or Sharks get in the top 8, they're going to get out first week in finals anyway. It's not just Knights or Sharks. Knights, Sharks, probably Titans, but Titans are probably the best chance out of everyone to probably get through to the next week, but they'll get knocked out the week after that by about 100 anyway. There's only 14. There's only really 14. There's literally, I'm telling you right now, there's only 3 teams competing for the grand final to win the grand final, and that's the Rabbitohs, the Panthers, and the Storm. You know, Manly have still not beaten any of those 3 teams. So Sharks will get the ball here, and they're 20 minutes out. But Manly fans won't listen to that. They're going to be like, "Oh, we beat Eels by 600 points." He's like, "Okay, cool. You beat Eels by 600 points. Tell me when you beat the Rabbitohs, the Panthers, and the Storm, and then we'll start talking." Dasmate says, just like the Doggies will do starting next year. Doggies is shit. Second tackle here for the Sharkies. They're 30 minutes out here from their own line. Abdul says, Titans will make the top 8. You are absolutely spot on, Abdul. Abdul, you are so bloody spot on. Peking says, Seagulls Storm final. What did I just say, Peking? What did I just say? What did I just say about him less than 30 seconds ago? Less than 30 seconds ago. Brody says, we've got to go. Can you tell it by posting on the homepage? No, bro. No. Just tune into the stream afterwards to get the score if you need to. Fifth tackle here for the Sharkies. They're 40 metres out. They can go left-hand side, right-hand side. Peking says Bulldogs still going to be asked next year. Yeah, they're not going to be great next year. They're probably going to get to about maybe 11th, maybe, something like that. But nothing really a great deal more overall. But yeah, I definitely have a lot of question marks around the Bulldogs next year compared to a lot of these Doggies fans. But Sharks will give away a penalty there. The Knights will get the ball here. Tackle in air. That is a tackle in air there against Jesse Ramian. That is Jesse Ramian as a tackle in air. Luke Palmer says call out a penalty, but that doesn't call that in the first half. That was absolutely a tackling in air, that call. That was absolutely a penalty for tackling in air. That was worse than the one in the first half. Way worse. So first tackle here, Jesse Ramian has tackled him way earlier. Way earlier. Peking says Turbo has been carrying Seagulls Daz already. To an extent, you know, Manly has still been pretty good even when Turbo wasn't there, except for when they played the Raiders. But that was when Cherry Evans, Turbo, and Schuster weren't playing in that game. But in the same sense, Turbo still played against the Knights and they lost. So second tackle here for the Knights. They're going to go right-hand side here, and Clemens going to bring this one to the 40-metre line. James Formosa says Rabbits versus Melbourne for me. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I actually like a Rabbitohs Panthers grand final. I do. I like a Rabbitohs Panthers grand final. I would not be surprised. I told you this at the beginning of the season too. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised with the Rabbitohs versus Panthers grand final. So 4 tackle here for the Knights, and I think Panthers win that. I think Panthers, if they play the Storm in the grand final, they lose. If they play the Rabbitohs or anyone else in the grand final, they win. So 5th tackle now. Dasmate says, yeah, he hasn't beat the Storm or Panthers yet, though. So right-hand side here, no, left-hand side, all Rabbitohs, by the way, Dasmate, in regards to Trbojevic. Peking says, thoughts on Roosters penalty against Bronx? Oh, we've spoken about that way too much, mate. We've spoken about that way too much on this. We've done streams all weekend speaking about that. But first tackle here for the Sharkies. Now second tackle, they're going to be 11 minutes out here from their own line. Ghostmaker says, dreaming. Dreaming in regards to what? Dreaming in regards to what? So second tackle now for the Sharks. They go right-hand side, gives it off to Mulatalo. Ninja Dude, is that really the best you've got, my guy? Come on, man. Give me something better than that, my guy. Give me something better than that. So Sharks go right-hand side. They give it up to Tolman, and Tolman's going to get to the 30-metre line here. 4 tackle now. They're going to move and groove. 4 tackle, left-hand side. Gives it off to Andrew Fafita, and that's a good run. Luke Palmer says, if Melbourne don't make the grand final, who beats them in the finals? Rabbitohs or Panthers? Oh, I don't think Panthers do. I think Rabbitohs could do it. I dead set think the Rabbitohs could do it. Melly says Titans might make the grand final. They won't even get past the first week. I'm a Titans fan. They ain't going to get past the first week. I'm still waiting for a really good comeback from Ninja Dude because that was weak, bro. Come on, do something better than that, bro. Come on. So first tackle now for the Knights. Go right-hand side, 20 metres out here. And they're going to push forward. The Knights, it's a close game. It's only 12-8 right now, guys. It's only 12-8. It's only a 4-point game. Peking says Melbourne go undefeated the whole season, including grand final. Well, they don't, because they've also lost to Parramatta and the Panthers already this year. So I don't know what you're talking about. Left-hand side to the Knights. It's going to be inside the 45 now. 4 tackle. Gets past the halfway line. Good little set here. Knights have been the better team in the second half so far. Knights get taken down here at the 40. And that's a big pass out to the left. And they've got some space here. They've got some space here. They've got huge space here. Bradman Best is still going here. Bradman Best still going. Take it down. 8 minutes short here of the line. 5th tackle now. 5th tackle here for the Knights. Right-hand side, they're going to go. Mitchell Pearce with the ball. Gets it back on the inside. It's a knock on. And the Sharks will get the ball. That's a knock on. And the Sharkies. Oh, it's a penalty against the Sharks. The Knights will get the penalty here. Tasman says Panthers want to avoid the storm. Absolutely, the Panthers want to avoid the storm. Yeah, they definitely want to avoid the storm. But I think the Panthers probably beat whoever they get in the grand final. I think the Rabbitohs do. I honestly could see the Rabbitohs beating the storm. I honestly could see the Rabbitohs could beat the storm. I've been saying this for literally 2 months, 3 months now. I don't care they lost 50-0 in that last game. A lot of players were out. Their defense has been sorted since then. So right-hand side here for the Knights. Chance here for Frizzell. Taken down. 5 metres short for Frizzell. Second tackle now for the Knights. Big chance here for Newcastle to take the lead early in the second half. Here we go. Chance here. Bradman Best. Try time. Tuala. Ooh, is he in here? I think this is a try here for the Knights, but they will check this. No, he's going to say no try. He's going to say no try. He's going to say no try, so we're going to check this one here. Not too sure about this one, to be honest with you. Not too sure. We're going to see Anari Tuala here down the sideline. Let's see if he does remain in. Oh, okay. It's taking a while to show it. Let's see. He's still in there. Oh, he's actually going to. That's a try. That's a try. He actually kept his foot up there. Luke Palmer, bro, you barely support the Sharks, eh? Like, gee whiz. There we go. Like, as if you say, there we go. Like, gee whiz. But the Knights are going to score a try here down the wing. Like, you're a terrible Sharks supporter, my guy. Like, sorry, but you are. Like, you really are, bro. That's going to be a try time there for the Knights. It should be a tied game here. There will be a tied game here at 12-12. There will be a tied game here at 12-12. Fight Night Simulation says, here come the Sharks falling asleep. Yeah, not a great one there, but in the same sense, the Knights did score first in the first half as well, and they scored in the first 30 seconds of the first half, so but that will be a try time there for the Knights. It's weird how I thought originally that it was out, but it was pretty clear distance between there, and it's pretty clear distance. It's pretty clear distance between there and the line. I'm surprised that the touch judge had actually called a no try there. So left-hand side, they just spread it. Bradman Best gets it offloaded, and Tuala just taken it down there. Very close, though. Sammy Susan says, try time nice indeed. League Zone says, Tuala has been great since moving to the wing. He's been very good, yeah. Tuala's been one of the better players for the Knights. He's got 6 tries in the past 3 games. There you go. 6 tries in the past 3 games. Yeah, he has definitely been scoring quite a lot. I think he scored 3 tries last week, didn't he? Or against the Raiders whenever they played them. I think it was against the Raiders. Melly says, if it was a prelim and it was Titans and Melbourne, I think Titans would win and go grand final Penrith. Okay, Melly. Okay. Whatever helps you sleep at night. So Knights will have a conversion attempt here from the left-hand side. And Jake Clifford is going to... Oh, he will miss that one. He will miss that one, unfortunately. So it is going to stay at 12-12 here. Tight game with 33 minutes to go here. Gee whiz, we are in for a cracker potentially here. We are in for a close battle here, guys. We're on 45 likes. We're 5 likes away from 50. Schmackety schmack. Let's get up to 50 likes right now. But the Knights will score a try, and they will tie this game up at 12-12. What a bloody time to be alive right now. Hopefully we can see an amazing finish here. We haven't really had we had a good finish in the Broncos-Roosters game to an extent. You could argue yes and no. You could argue a bit of yes and a bit of no there. Have we had a good game outside of that this weekend? Storm Raiders is pretty okay, but in the same sense, not really. Dazman says Bulldogs would beat the Panthers in a prelim easy. Yeah, prelim to see who gets the wooden spoon. So the Knights are going to get this ball out here to the 15-metre line here. Melly, I don't know what this troll is. Melly, I don't know what this troll is. So the Knights are going to get this ball to the 20. If you're trying to get a reaction, you ain't getting a reaction, Melly. I don't understand what the troll is. So left-hand side, they're going to go here. It's going to be Connor Watson who gets this ball out to the 30. Third tackle now for the Knights. Zane Price is Connor Flopson still on. He is. Yes, Connor Flopson is still on. Magnus says golden points are awesome to watch unless your team is in them. Yeah, absolutely. But if your team wins, it's just crazy jubilation, yeah. So the Knights are going to get taken here, 42 minutes out here. I can tell you that from personal experience at the game. I've seen plenty of golden points. Do you know, funnily enough, Golden Entertain House has never been to a golden point live. Never. He's never been to a golden point live. New Zealand Huggers says Bulldogs need to get relegated. Yeah, fair enough, to be honest with you. So Sharks with the ball here. And it's going to be Katoa who brings this ball out here to about 15 metres out here from their own line. But yeah, Bulldogs do need to get relegated. Jimmy Bill says that try is why the bunker is needed. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there you go. Exactly right, Jimmy Bill. That's good for clarifying that, because that try is why the bunker is needed, because it would have been called a no try and it was nowhere near a no try. But set restart here for the Sharkies. They can get this ball out to the 20-metre line here. 32 minutes to go here in the game. At least we're in for a good one to finish this off. This is the last game of the round. At least we're, at least we've got a good one here to finish us off here. Gee, that was terrible from the Knights. Second tackle now for the Sharks. They're 43 metres out here on the line. Right-hand side. No, good run here by Brayley. Brayley here. Gosh, that's a bad pass from Brayley, though. That is a shocking pass from Brayley. And the number 17 there for the Sharks is going to get absolutely crunched there. And that's going to be Aiden Tolman now. He gets his ball out to the 44 tackle now. Zampai says the only golden point I've went to is the one when Corey Norman sank Brisbane in 2019. Geez, I can't remember. I've been to a lot of golden points. I've been to a lot of golden points, and I've seen my Titans lose a lot of golden points. Thomas Talk Sports says it should be 12-10. Melly says the only thing I like about the Titans is their grabber try. Melly, why are you talking about the Titans? What are you doing? What are you talking about the Titans for? No one's talking about the Titans right now. Where have you started talking about the Titans? No one cares about the Titans right now. So it's now third tackle here for the Knights. They're going to get to the 25 metres here, fourth tackle. 30 minutes to go. Dasman says I went to a Bulldogs golden point a couple of years ago. Like, imagine like a Titans fan saying like, why are you talking about the Titans? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're just talking in the chat about a team that's not even playing right now, as if people are meant to care about what's going on with the Titans. Like, I'm a Titans fan. I don't care about what's going on with the Titans right now. Like, what are you doing? This game has nothing to do with the Titans. Well, it has a lot to do with the Titans, but not with what you're saying. So first tackle here for the Sharks, and they're going to get this ball out to about 35 minutes out here. Lachlan Gaming says Knights are probably going to win. No, they're probably not. And Jimmy Bill says Melly trying to start on Melly, but no one cares. I think Melly's trying to get a reaction out of me, and I'm just like, I don't think Melly understands. I'm more confused. I'm not. There's no reaction here in regards to anger. I'm just confused. That's a knock on for the Knights. It's going to be a set restart here for the Sharks. I think Melly's trying to get a reaction. It's just not happening. I'm more confused than anything. League Zone says, Daz, mate, was that against the Warriors? I remember the last golden point I think it was at actually was Warriors and Broncos in 2019. And that was a draw. That was the last draw that we saw in the NRL as well. So the Sharks are going to be 25 metres out here from the line. Here we go. First tackle here. Set restart. Ooh, here we go. Shaggy's Brayley here. Right-hand side. Going to get it off here to Kennedy. Kennedy taking down 20 metres out here. First, second tackle here. Second tackle. Brayley with the ball goes left-hand he goes left-hand side. He gets it off to Tracy. And Tracy hasn't done much in this game at all so far. Third tackle now. As a Titans fan, speaking of Titans, as a Titans fan, I would prefer the Sharks to win this game. So left-hand side here for the Sharks. They're going to be 4 metres out here in the line. Four tackle now. Brayley goes right-hand side, gives it off to Trindle. Trindle, right-hand side. They've got not much space there. Not much space there. And Katoa is going to get slapped down here 10 metres out of the line. So Jesse Ramy in here, fifth tackle. They're going to go left-hand side. He's got Trindle. Trindle here, kicks it through. Good kick, and it will be. Oh, Ponga. Oh, Ponga, that was good. Oh, that was good from Ponga. He gets out of the goal line. That was really good there from Ponga. Wow, way. The only member says, did we see a draw last season? Yeah, but I'm talking about when I was at the game. I can't remember last year was Panthers and Knights, and I think no one could go to that game. I think that was a game that no one could go to. But Panthers and Knights drew last year, yeah. Sammy Souza says that the beauty of Golden Point where it can both make and break teams. Well, Sharks can get the ball here. The Knights are going to lose the ball here. And Sharks are going to get this one 30 minutes out here from the line. Well, that's the second effort if he goes out. So Sharks get the ball here through Ronaldo Molatalo. There was a bit of humping there on the side. But Ponga is injured here. It's going to be a penalty to the Sharks. Penalty to the Sharks? What are they doing? Jason Moser says, I know it's a little bit off topic, but are you going to do playoff predictor for the NFL season like you did last year? Yeah, I wanted to do it for the Premier League, but like I said, guys, this is why I keep plugging the $5 BKR membership. I can't really film videos and edit videos until I get this new laptop that I'm trying to get. So that's why, obviously, I keep encouraging that, because all your support does count towards getting it. Because right now, I can't film any videos, really. It's tough to film videos because my computer doesn't have the processor to really edit it. But right-hand side of the Sharks, announcement. Yes, I will do my best to be able to get a video out about that, but I should have a laptop by then regardless anyway, within the next couple of weeks or so. But right-hand side here with the Sharks, it's going to be 20 minutes out here. It's going to be Chancey with the Sharkies! Nakora! Take it down. Oh, he's lost the ball. Oh, bro. Oh, bro, that ain't it, fam. That ain't it. First tackle, the Sharks going to lose the ball. Wow. Wow, we were. Wow, we were. Wow, we were. Yanni Member says, Panthers versus someone, I can't remember who. Panthers versus the Knights. Melly says, Sharks have no chance of winning this game against the Knights. Okay, Melly. Okay. So it's going to be a knock on there against the Sharks, and the Knights will have the ball here 10 minutes out. Oh, maybe not. Penalty here. What's going on here? Something going on here, apparently. A tackle. It's going to be on report. A high tackle. Was that high? I don't think that was high, was it? Apparently that was high against Mitchell Barnett. Apparently that was high. I'm going to have to time out this rando name. Gee whiz, what is that name? That is a crazy name in the chat. Oh my god. Whose name is that? What is that? That is madness. I can't even... How am I meant to read that out? So it's going to be... Oh, okay, yeah, I can see why it's high. I can see why it's high there. But all right, so 27.5 minutes to go here. It's going to be a penalty here to the Sharks from right in front. So for a team that has no chance of winning this game, Melly, they're going to be leading this game with 27 minutes to go with this penalty here. Jason Mo says, I think the last draw was Broncos Warriors 2019. No, it wasn't. Last draw was last year, Panthers Knights. The draw before that was the Broncos Warriors. I was at that game. But the last draw we witnessed was actually the Panthers versus Knights last year. Senpai says, brother, it's like Indian and ancient Hebrew. My goodness me. Look at us go. We're going worldwide, buddy. We're going worldwide. And they will kick the penalty. So it will be 14-12 here with 27 minutes to go here of the game. That'll be 26 minutes to go here, but at least it's somewhat a bit of an exciting one. You know, they've got a little bit of spruce. You know, there's a little bit of spruce for this game. You know, there's a little bit of fire. You know, there's a little bit of something. You know, a little bit of something here. But like, it was a high tackle. Can you say, is it a high tackle? Yes and no. It is what it is. You just deal with it. You just deal with calls like that. Somebody says that's definitely an Indian spammer by that weird name alone, I'm assuming. I just don't understand. When it comes to Indian spammers, I don't get it. Like, they just don't... They come in and just say, like, rando stuff. It's not like they come in and say, oh, BKR Sports shit, or, like, put the game on, dickhead, like we get from some people who are Australian or American or whatnot. Usually Australians. Americans are usually quite understanding that you can't show the game footage, but Australians don't, for some reason, have that common sense in their ability to understand. But... Yeah, it's really strange with Indian spammers. It's like they don't subscribe and they're just coming on just to randomly spam YGH and VTR, and it's crazy. It's just so strange. Mason Miller says, this is great. Love your channel, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you very much. But right-hand side here with the Sharkies, they're going to get this one to the 20-metre line here for all tackle now, 25 metres out. Articat Shans says, hello, bro. All match yesterday in EPL were awesome. So happy Chelsea won. Yeah, it was some good games that we are going to be streaming tonight for the Tottenham versus Man City game and also the West Ham versus Newcastle game. So if you love your Premier League, this is also the place to be. But the Sharkies here, Sifat Salakai gets the ball to the halfway line. Good little run there. Gosmaker says, probably offering tech support for your poor computer. Well, that's a little bit of a dodgy comment. I'm not going to give too much credit to that one. So Sharks will have the ball here, right-hand side. Like, I get it, but yeah. You know, can't get me in trouble with that one. So Knights are going to have the ball here. Oh, Tawala gets the ball 40 metres out of here. Brody Aikman says, what have I missed? You have missed, mate. You definitely have missed. The Sharks didn't miss, though. They got a penalty. So first tackle here for the Knights. They're going to be 40 metres out, and it's going to be Bradman Best who gets it back to around the halfway line here. Can they get something going here in Newcastle? Can they get something going? He steps back on the inside here, Saifiti. I'll tell you who has been non-existent for the Sharks, and that is the big man. That is the big man Trindle. No, it's not Trindle. Tracy, Connor Tracy. Unfortunately, he hasn't had a great game. I haven't seen him do anything at all, really. But Mitchell Pearce here, right-hand side. He's going to get cut down here, 15 metres out. It's 14-12 to the Sharks. Can the Knights get back on the board here? Brayley, right-hand side. Ponga, 10 metres out here. Chancey with the Knights. Kicks it through. It's going to be a dropout, I would safely assume. No, good work by buddy Siona Katoa. No, Mulatalo, sorry. That was really, really good. League Zone says, are you a fan of Stefano Utuikamanu? What do you mean am I a fan of Utuikamanu? The Tigers not great, mate. Tigers aren't great. So anyone who plays for the Tigers not great. To be fair, Luciano Leilua is pretty good, but like Utao Kamano isn't. That's a random person to be bringing up as if like you want me to like say he's a really good player. It's not, like he's fine, he does what he needs to do, but I'm not too sure what your point was. Luke Palmer says if you time me out or hide me, I understand why. I have considered it multiple times, but I'm not going to. So second tackle here for the Sharkies. They're going to get this one to the 30, I think they're at. I don't think they're at the halfway point, are they? I don't think they're at the halfway point. They are at the halfway line. I was wrong. So Sharks now get this ball inside the attacking half here. 4 tackle now. 40 metres out here on the line. Brayley goes right-hand side. Gets it off here to Trindle. Trindle, he gets it off to Nakora. Nakora sets back onto the inside. He gets it off to Katoa. Katoa taken down 35 metres out. 5th tackle now. Mario Fitty says, but why would you time me out? Or, well, I'm not even going to read the rest of that comment. 5th tackle here and you're gone. See you in 5 minutes. But the Knights here will grab that one 20 metres out even the line. Luke Palmer says, all right, just a really stressed Sharks fan. Yeah, but it's not really about that though. Like I get being stressed and I get being frustrated. However, you know, the thing is that like I've been in this situation a lot more than Sharks fans have been in this situation. And I can tell you right now, I don't talk anywhere near the shit that you have about your team. Like that's the craziest part. Like that's why it's like you kind of you just get over hearing the negativity from someone who says they're a fan of the actual club. But 4 tackle here. For the Knights, they're 40 metres out, left-hand side here. But hopefully you will learn. Hopefully you will learn that you shouldn't be... Like, I've backed your team in the entire time. I told you that your team would win by 2. So right now, it's looking good. There's still 22 minutes to go here. But right now, I said that the Sharks will win 22-20. And that scoreline is still definitely possible in this game. Definitely possible. Luke Palmer says, I hate seeing my team lose. Well, cool story, man. You won the grand final 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think your team's hard to support, like, try supporting the Titans, who've made the finals once in 10 years. Try supporting the Tigers, who haven't made the finals in 10 years. Try supporting Parramatta, who haven't won a premiership in 34 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Sharks aren't a terrible team to support, man. It took them 50 years to win a comp, but they still won the comp, and you've seen them win the comp. So, like, a little bit, you got to have a little bit more perspective. A little bit more perspective. You see it from that way, then you can understand a bit more that it's not that tough being a Sharks fan, man. It's not that tough compared to other teams. Like, I've never seen my team in a grand final. You have. You've seen your team win a grand final. No, it took a long time, but you saw it. So, first tackle here for the Knights. They're going to be 30 minutes out here on their own line. Desmond says, I wish I could see my team win a comp. Yeah, like, and with, there might be a penalty here. League Zone says, I hate supporting the Tigers. Well, you don't. Oh, yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. It's like me with the Titans. It's a love-hate relationship. But, like, some fan base is just, no, that's just a head clash. That's just a head-to-head clash there. That's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just an unfortunate head-to-head clash here. There won't be a penalty here. But Nikora is on the ground here. And then it says, I wish I could see my team win a comp. Yeah, but you've at least seen your team in 2 grand finals in the last 10 years, so you can't really talk a great deal either. But then again, you're the current wooden spooners, so you can talk for the time being anyway. You can talk for the time being because you're the current wooden spooners. The Sharks haven't, they got a wooden spoon, for cheating 7 years ago, 8 years ago. But besides that, they haven't really had, they've been shit for quite a while though. Remember, says, I literally can't talk shit about my team. We had some guy the other night, actually on the Broncos Roosters, I think video, he commented saying, Titans Rabbitohs yesterday, he commented on my video saying, you were so wrong about the Roosters, we were so bad for so long. I'm just thinking, shut up. Shut up, you absolute goose. Shut up, you absolute moron. Why are you commenting on my video with some stupid shit like, remember when we got the wooden... Shut your goddamn mouth. Shut your goddamn mouth. There was some stupid Roosters fan talking and saying like, we know how it feels to be bad too. Shut your goddamn sloppy little mouth. 5th tackle here for the Knights. They're 30 minutes out here. It wasn't Dave Hollard. No, he's a Panthers fan. He's an idiot. 5th tackle here for the Knights. They're going to go up and the Sharkies are going to get this. Whoa! Good tackle there by the Knights there. Good tackle. Dasmate says, when were the Roosters bad? I think you're saying something like the late 2000s and 2018, but 2018 was because they cheated or something, didn't they? What happened in 2018? Not 2018, 2007, I can't remember. There was 1 year that they were like average, but apart, I think it was 2009 they spoon, but like every other year they're in the grand final or winning shit. But 20 minutes to go here, guys, of the game. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. It doesn't even make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense if a Roosters fan ever complains about not being great. But Sharks with the ball, left-hand side, gives off to Trindle, and Trindle's going to throw the finals hopes away for the Sharkies, and the Knights are going to get the ball here, 35 minutes out from the line. Yanni Maverick says, that's why I can't talk shit about my team because we have been very good. I know. Anyone with common sense as a Roosters fan would be like, you know what, I can't talk shit because my team has won premiership after premiership after premiership. But no, someone really desperately wants to be... someone really desperately wants to feel like they're like a Parramatta fan or a Titans fan or a Tigers fan or a Warriors fan. But guys, 1 like away from 50. 1 like away from 50. Schmack it, schmack it, schmack it. 1 like away from 50. So left-hand side here for the Knights. They're 25 metres out here. They're going to get this ball here to the 20-metre line right now. The Knights only down by 2. Can they get a try and take the lead here? They're now going to be within the 20, within the 10, sorry, third tackle. Here come the Knightaroos. They're going to go right-hand side here. Saifidi gets up to Pearce. Pearce gets up to Ponga. Ponga back inside here to Kurt Mann. Pearce, Saifidi, Pearce, Ponga, Mann. Ponga now with the ball. They're going to be 5 minutes out even the line. 4th tackle now. Knights need to do a little bit better in attack than this. They haven't been terrible this set from attack, but just unfortunately the Sharks have just been able to lock them down. They've actually looked like they've had quite a bit of pace about them today, the Knights, which is a pleasant surprise considering that a lot of the time they actually play quite a slow, grindy game. The Knights kick that ball through here, and they're going to get a drop. It's going to get a drop out here. You would safely assume it will be a drop out here. So the Knights will get another attack here. We'll get another attack here. Boys, 1-on-1 says this game has been interesting for me. Yeah, it has been an interesting game. Yeah, it obviously is an interesting game because both these teams are playing for the top 8 right now. Whoever wins this game will be in the top 8 this weekend. They will go above the Raiders. If the Knights win, they go above the Titans and the Raiders. If the Sharks win, they go above the Raiders and the Knights. So the Titans want the Sharks to win here because the Titans will stay in 7th. If the Knights win, then the Titans go down to 8th. That's pretty much it. So I want the Sharks to win. T-Les says, as long as Manly have DCE, I reckon they'll win next week. Okay. Dasmates, I heard Panthers fan complaining about being second, not first. If that's because Panthers fans, I don't understand Panthers fans. I don't get them. They've won nothing in 18 years, and they're talking as if like they're the Melbourne Storm. But anyway, we're not going to talk about the Panthers right now. So the Knights are going to hear 21 metres out here from the line. It's going to be 13 metres short here. The line second now. Second tackle. 17.5 minutes left. Right hand side gives off to Pearce. Pearce here. 10 metres. Saifidi. Taken down 1 metre short here. Third tackle here for the Knights. 1 metre short. Nearly knocked that ball on, but he did not. Third tackle now. Right hand side. 10 metres out. Gives up to Pearce. Pearce here. Shame to kick. I don't understand why. Oh my God. That was weird from Pearce. Threw the ball over the sideline. That was really weird from Pearce. Good shit, Cronulla. Cronulla didn't do anything there. That's a penalty of the Knights. But like that was really, really strange from Pearce. He faked the kick and then he threw the ball over the sideline. What the hell is Pearce doing? What the hell is Pearce doing? Pearce, like, the pass was terrible. Even if that gets to him, he gets taken over the sideline. If that ball lands in his hands, it's going to be a two-pointer here. So it's going to be a tie game, 14-14. It's going to be 14-14 here, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 14-14. They are going to slap this one through. We may actually be seeing an extra time golden point sneakeroono game in this one coming on up. We may be able to see a snaky for 14-point game here. Jack says Milford should have signed with the Bulldogs so they can have big 3 of Milford, Napa and Ockenball. That's a pretty big 3, mate. That is a pretty big 3 there, mate. FFN, I'm not going to respond to your question because obviously you spammed it. If you didn't spam it, I would have responded to your question. Young Matter says, I wouldn't mind a bit of golden point action. I wouldn't complain, mate. I wouldn't complain. It's not the biggest thing that I would complain about, seeing some golden point action here on a Sunday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not going to be sitting here saying, you know what, I don't want that. I wouldn't mind that. But Jake Clifford here, to be taking a 2 to make it a 14 point game here. Score action says, Tommy Turbo after the season. Broken cheekbone. Nah, bullshit. Nah, you're shitting me. Nah, I don't believe it. Daz, mate, can you confirm for me? Or Daz, mate? Or I'd say Yanni's probably trustworthy. There's no way I'd believe sport reactions. Until someone else confirms it. But the Knights will slap it through. So it will be 14-14 here with 15 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Jack says better than the 2012-13 Miami Heat. What's going on here? Only NRL says not been a lot of golden points for a while. There hasn't. I think the last time we saw was... Jeez. The last time we saw was Dragons versus Warriors, maybe, I think. Boys 1-1 says, what's your score prediction for Tottenham versus Man City? Talk to me about that in the next game, which is while we're streaming the Newcastle versus West Ham game. So we can talk about the Tottenham versus Man City game during that one. Jenna Eliason says, golden point. Well, could be looking like it right now. We're still 15 minutes to go here. We still could see a field goal. We still could see a cheeky little try. We still could see a couple cheeky, cheeky penalties, get underway here. You can't complain with what's going on right now. It's a close game. It's still a long way to go. 15 minutes is a long way to go. Dasmate says, nah, 2015-16 Lakers were goated. What are you talking about? Why do we keep looking down the tunnel here? I don't think they realise that no one cares about the tunnel. The tunnels are not a good thing. We saw Molitalo walking down that long tunnel. We don't care. Storm says, I believe the last time we had Golden Point was the Sharks Dragons. Nah, it would have been, I think, Dragons Warriors. Nah, Dragons Warriors. I think Dragons Warriors was after that Sharks Dragons game. I think so. Broken cheekbone, buddy, after a season. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. He's being technical. Oh, he's an idiot. He's being technical. He's saying out for the season because there's only 3 weeks left of the regular season. So it's going to be Sharks to get the ball here 15 metres out, and Tracy is going to get the ball here 15 metres out. Jack Lewis says Turbo has had a plate put in his face, but he can play the rest of the season. Sharks here now, 32 metres out, right-hand side here. It's going to give it off to Tracy, and Tracy's going to get this ball out to the 40. Sport Action says, I'm not trolling, you guys aren't watching the game. I am definitely watching the game right now. I am currently watching a game. If I'm not watching the game, then I don't know what I've been watching for the last 66 minutes and 15 seconds. But, each their own. 4 tackle here for the Sharkies. They're inside the attacking half. Left-hand side, they're going to go here. Gets it off. It's going to be Kennedy. Kennedy here. Breaks through. Taken down at the 40. Taken down at the 40. It's fit tackle now. Right-hand side, they're going to go. I'm definitely not watching the game. I don't know what you guys are watching. I'm definitely not watching the game right now. But up it goes here. And the Knights will get this ball here. 10 minutes out here from the line. Ponga's going to roll this one back here, and it's going to be Chihuahua here with the ball. Chihuahua's going to get to the 20. Good little run there. Good little run there by the Knights, but it's 13 minutes left here of this game. Still 14-14. Still 14-14. Pekin says, as a guy going for the Sharks, this game is so close. It's too close to my liking. Yeah, I'm a Titans fan. I want the Sharks to win this game too. This is way too close to my liking because I think the Knights will go 4 points above the Titans by the time we play them if they win this game. So I would really desperately hope that the Sharks can win this game. It would help a great deal. Thank you very much, Sharks fans. Now get out of my face. All right, so 12 minutes to the left here. Knights with the ball. They're at the 40-metre line here. They're going to get to the halfway point. Desmond says, I'll turn the game on if there's Golden Point. I'm not turning the game on. I'm not going to watch it. 5th tackle here for the Knights. They're inside the attacking half, and they're going to roll this one back. Right-hand side, Mitchell Pearce. Pearce puts it up in the air. Right corner, Sharky. Should be an easy take here for Kennedy, and it will be an easy take for Kennedy. Gives the ball off to Tracy. Tracy's away here. Connor Tracy's away. He's still going here, Tracy. Now he's taken down to the 30. Good run there by Connor Tracy, though, to get themselves out of trouble. So left-hand side here, gives the ball off here. Oh, it's a big run here by the number 14 for the Sharkies. Oh, it's a one-on-one strip, though. Oh my God, Barnett strips the ball 1-on-1. That is horrific there. Who's the number 14 for the Sharks? Who is the number 14 for the Sharks? Oh my goodness me. League Zone says, let's go Barnett. You're a Tigers fan, man. You don't want the Sharks to lose this game. You want because the Knights will then take 2 points ahead of you and go further into the 8, well and truly away from the Tigers if you guys still think you're a chance. Gee whiz, if I'm a Tigers fan, I'd be one of the Sharks to win just like everyone else does. So right-hand side here for the Knights, it's Mitchell Pearce with the ball. And Pearce, he cuts through, take it down, 3 minutes short over the line. 3rd tackle right now. 3rd tackle. There's 11 minutes, 42 to go here the game. Knights here, right-hand side, gives it Sofidi! Take it down, 2 minutes short, 4th tackle. Good defense there from the Sharks. 4th tackle here. They need some goal line defense right now. Saifidi, I think he's injured himself here. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, Luke Metcalf, thank you. Luke Metcalf is the 14 who gave that ball away there to the Knights as he broke away. Oh, man, it was a really good strip by Barnett, though. Just experience there. Just experience. FFN says if there was a Golden Point, it'd be great. Absolutely, FFN. It would be fantastic to see. But right now, the Knights are pushing, and we could be seeing a try any moment now. But Saifidi is down injured here. Saifidi is down injured. Fatima says he is a Knights fan, BKR. Who's a Knights fan? League Zone. I swear League Zone said they were a Tigers fan. League Zone before said they hated being a Tigers fan. Only NRL says we will see the tunnel again soon. Oh, only NRL. How dare you bring that up? Oh, how dare you bring that up? But that will be an injury. I don't think I'm pretty certain the League Zone's a Tigers fan. I'm pretty certain because I swear that League Zone said before, yeah, I'll go for the Tigers. But what you talking about, Fatima? What you talking about? Yeah? What you think? Man, I'm bloody BKR psychic over here, mate. But Saifi is still down injured right now. He's just getting taped up. While he's getting taped up, what are we on likes-wise? We're on 60 likes here. Have we hit a 60 slammer? Have we hit a 60 slammer? No, we're on 55 likes. We need to get to that 60 slammer right now. Let's get 5 more thumbs up and get 60 slam. Slammer Dunkaruno with that 60 thumbs up before we do stream tonight for the Tottenham vs Man City and also West Ham and Newcastle game. That's says I'm watching the Suns get pumped. You know, buddy, you reckon, mate? It's not. Is there much of a surprise there? Hey, remember when Golden Holden came in and told me that Sharon Woods would get man of the match and that there was no way that Sharon Woods wasn't going to get man of the match? Jack Lewis's field goal, I feel, a bit too early, mate. 11 and a half minutes to go. It's a little bit too early. It's kind of on the fringe of when you can think about it. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a crazy thought process, but it's a kind of on the fringe of when you think about taking a field goal at this point. But that one-on-one strip from Barnett, which is one of the best one-on-one strips you're ever going to see. Yeah, remember it says who's kicking the field goal to win it, Blaze? I will go with. Geez, who kicks it for the Sharks? Actually, who kicks it? Is Tracy or Trindle? Who's the field goal kicker there? Because they don't have Chad Townsend anymore, and there's no Shawnee J. Geez, I don't know if the Sharks who can kick a field goal. There's no Manny Moylan either. The Knights obviously have Mitchell Pearce. They also have Ponga who could probably kick it. To be fair. You probably look at you wouldn't be giving the ball to Clifford, John Davies. You wouldn't be giving the ball to Clifford. You'd be giving the ball to Mitchell Pearce. But if I'm going to drop, there's no way you get the ball to Clifford. Clifford's the one rolling the ball back. He's the hooker. You wouldn't be assuming that he takes it unless he takes a little quick snap. But it's going to be 4 tackle. They're going to go left here. I wouldn't be, if I'm going to go for a field goal, I want to go straight down the guts here and just take a field goal from right in front. But fit tackle right now, 1 minute short. I personally wouldn't be taking a field goal this early, though. It's 11 and a half minutes to go. I personally wouldn't be doing it this early. I'd be going for the try right now. And they're going to go right inside. Mitchell Pearce, yeah, they're not going to go if it's too early. Kalen Ponga here. Wrong play, though. It's a knock on. That's a wrong play there from the Knights. Like, out of all the plays that you could have thrown at the Sharks there on fit tackle, that was probably the worst play you could have done. So the Sharks are getting this ball here. See if Talakai is going to bring this one out to the 12 metres. Yanni Matter says Pearce has kicked plenty of field goals in his time. Yes, as a Roosters fan. Well, did he kick a lot of field goals at the Roosters? I'm not too sure. Malcolm says this is typical of Sharks letting them come back. Let them come back? We let them come back. They came back in this game. They were down 6-0 at one stage, and then it went to 6-6, and then it went to... Was it 12? Who was it 12? Was it 12-6 to the... What do you mean come back? What are you talking about? What game have you been watching? Malcolm, you watching the same game as us, mate? You watching the same game as us? What game are you watching, buddy? So 10 minutes 40 to go here, and Saifedi's going to come out. Saifedi is going to come out. Boys, 1-1, so I think the Knights will win in Golden Point. That's my prediction. I think if it goes to Golden Point, the Knights probably do win through Mitchell Pearce kicking a field goal, because I don't know who kicks the field goal for the Sharks. I don't know who's a good field goal kicker for the Sharkies besides Sharon Woods. Crunch M says Cronulla Sharks are going to win. Zempai says the tunnel is the man of the match. The tunnel is the man of the match. We definitely want to see Saifedi go down the tunnel here. And fun fact for you guys, obviously when I was working alongside the Brisbane Roar, I've actually been in that tunnel. I know it's crazy to say. I've been in the tunnel. I've been in it. It's a crazy feeling. It's the best feeling you ever be. That tunnel is just crazy, mate. A.M. Mine says, who do you think is going to win? Who you going to win, you think? I think, personally, if it goes to extra time, the Knights. I think if it's in regulation, the Sharks. So, but yeah, this is a big game right now. A really, really big game between two. I am so desperate. I beg. This is not a draw. All I'm asking for as a Titans fan, to the God, anything. I don't, whether there's a God, whether there's anything right now. All I ask is, for the love of all that is mighty, somebody goddamn win. But Katoa down the right-hand side here. He's at the 40-metre line here, third tackle. There is no way I want to draw. And no one around the 8, except for the Knights, want to draw here. So Jesse Ramy in here, 4 tackle. I think the Knights would prefer a draw than anything else with their for and against. So 4 tackle here for the Sharkies at the halfway line. It's going to be Trindle. Trindle gets it off here to Metcalf, who gets it out to CSF and Talakai. Talakai with a big run here. Talakai still going here. Talakai still going. 5th tackle now, 25 metres out here from the line. Here come the Sharkies. Right inside, they're going to go here. Do they go for a field goal now with 10 minutes left? No. Gives it off to the number 17. 17 kicks it through here. And the Knights are going to pick this ball up here through Twala. And Twala's going to get slapped down here, 3 metres short here from his own line. Sachin Kelton says, you really like your Blaze. I would do anything to go down that tunnel. Mate, it's pretty crazy, buddy. It is crazy. You know, it's one of those moments in life you just think that's surreal. That is going to be a penalty here against the Sharks. Unfortunately, the referee had called held and they continue to push. Yanni Mavita says it's field goal time from this penalty, surely. Yeah, 9.5 minutes. There's definitely time for penalty now, but they have to get within the 30. Well, actually, Mitchell Pearce can obviously kick one from probably about 44, I would say his range. 45 or so is his range. So Knights will get this ball here to about 30 metres out from their own line. 9 minutes to go, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new. Hit that red subscribe button right now. If you don't hit the red subscribe button, your team will lose every single game this year and in 2022. And that is a fact. Knights here with the ball. They're 40 metres out here from their own line. They're not making a great deal of metres here, though. Second tackle now. Savriano Yangovu says, who do you want to win? I would prefer the Sharks to win as a Titans fan, but right now I'm feeling like the Knights are probably going to be able to pull this one over the line here. I think they're probably going to be able to pull this one over the line here. Knights here with the ball. Mitchell Pearce gets his ball. They're tackled down here. 32 metres out. Knock on. No, it's a penalty. Huh? And a penalty here to the Knights. What's the penalty for? What's this penalty for? If I'm the oh, you can't challenge it either. I just remember this. What's the penalty here for? Let's see. So saying tackle before... Oh, it's tackle before you got the ball. Yeah, it's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Yep. Tackle without the ball. James Moses says, being in that tunnel is more of an achievement than attending the grand final. I've been in both. Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy, mate. It's pretty crazy. Broccoli Weaver says, tackle before he had the ball. Boys 1-1 says there's another penalty for the Newcastle. It is from right in front too, with 7 minutes and 57 seconds to go here the game. It is tied at 14-14, and Clifford is going to be taking the 2 from right in front. Still a long time to go here, Sharkies fans, anybody fans, whatever fans, buddy, whoever you are, buddy, the game's not over yet. Relax. Just, buddy, sit down, shut up and relax, all right? Just, buddy, put your feet up and listen to BKR Sport. But this is a pretty easy kick here for Jake Clifford to go and slap this little bad boy over for a nice little cheeky 2-pointer, make it a 16-14 game to the Knights. John Davis has told Clifford, you told me Clifford field goal, and I said Clifford's not taking a field goal, mate. I said Clifford not taking a field goal. Clifford not taking a field goal, buddy. You're not doing it. Dasman says my feet are up. You better have got your feet up, mate. You better put your feet up, and you better be singing. You better be singing "Go, buddy." I don't actually know who to say "Go, buddy." Whatever. 7 minutes to go here. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. So Clifford here to slap this bad boy from right in front. 38 metres out. The wind is at the back, so he should be able to slap it over. He just needs to get it on target. He will get the kick. He will get the kick here. So it will be 16-14 with 7 minutes to go here, guys. 16-14. With 7 minutes to go. Yanni Matter says, go the Chooksters. That's what you think. No. Only NRL says my score prediction is right. Yay. There's still 7 minutes to go here of the game. I would relax. But right now, I am about to be screwed with my perfect tipping week. Oh, man. Now, the Titans do go down to 8th with this one, too. Yikes. 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 All I wanted. That's all I wanted, Sharks. I just wanted you to win this game, man. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, Sharks. That's all I wanted. You know, you screwed us. You screwed us all, mate. You're screwing us all at the moment. You're screwing us bloody damn well all. So that's going to be nice now with the ball. That Knights-Titans game is going to be so massive in 2 weeks' time now. Oh, my God. Like, that Knights-Titans game is going to be cracker in 2 weeks' time. That's going to be so important for both teams. So left-hand side here for the Knights. They're going to be 22 metres out here from the line, second tackle. If they lose this game, it'll be even more important for both teams, that Titans-Knights game. But it's now going to be Knights here, 30 metres out here, third tackle, Barnett. This game was actually won for the Knights off that Barnett strip, by the way. Third tackle now for the Knights. They're going to go right-hand side, gives up to Frizzell. Frizzell here gets, big run there by Frizzell, gets it outside the 40. It's now fourth tackle again. They're going to go left-hand side. Kalen Ponga with the ball. He gets inside the attacking half here. Oh, he tried to get that ball inside, but he couldn't get it. Fifth tackle now for the Knights. It's only a 2-point game. Left-hand side they go. Gives it off to Clifford. Clifford up in the air. That's a pretty strong breeze behind that kick to bring it back. Oh, Katoa's been he's been punched, he's been crunched, he's been slapped, he's been tickled. That is an absolute whack and a half there on that hit. So Sharkies now get this ball to the 20-metre line. Second tackle now. Savriano Yangovu says, oh no, Knights are going to win. Not yet, they're not. There's still 5 minutes to go here. Plenty of something can happen in 5 minutes, mate. Plenty of something can happen in 5 minutes. Jack says the Sharks don't even have a field goal kicker. Well, why are you thinking field goal right now when they're down by 2, unless you're looking to go for a 2-point field goal? Fourth tackle now for the Sharks. They haven't got past the 40. I wouldn't be thinking about a field goal right now. I'd be thinking about, buddy, what they're doing in regards to having the ball, because they're not making any meters whatsoever. So fifth tackle now for the Sharks, and he needs to start chancing their arm. They're going to put that ball up in the air. Nice little spiral. Difficult kick here for the Knights. Oh, good take by Kalen Ponga, though. Very good take by Kalen Ponga. And the Sharks, what are you doing? You need to be getting up in that line. Oh, my God. That's going to be slap and a half. That's going to be slap and a half. Get up. Please get up. Please get up. He does get up. Gee whiz, that is a slap and a half there with that hit. So they're 20 minutes out here from their own line. Second tackle, 4.5 minutes to go here. That was just an absolute hit and a half. Jeez. I tell you that right now. So third tackle now for the Knights. They're 23 metres out here from their line. 4 minutes 19 to go here of the game. League Zone says Knights are nervous. I don't think they're nervous at all. They look pretty good right now. Yanni Mavis says the Sharks don't even have a field goal kicker anymore. Jed Kerr says it's crunch time, baby. Who wants to win? Fifth tackle now for the Knights. They're 40 metres out here. Big game right now, guys. 4 likes away from 60. Smack that thumbs up button and subscribe. But up it goes from the Knights. The Sharks are going to have the ball here. 20 metres out, William Candy here. Now the Sharks need to get a move on here. They're still going to get 2, potentially 2.5 sets in this game to try and get a penalty, 2-point field goal, or a try to take the lead. A try takes the lead. 2 points just gets the time, but takes its extra time, and that'll freak me out. That'll freak out the Tigers fans, the Warriors fans, the Raiders fans. That'll freak everybody out. You know why? Because that draw is the worst thing possible for everyone. So third tackle now, right-hand side, gives it off here. Big chance here for the Sharks out right-hand side. They've got 3 on 2. 2 on 1 out here. Jesse Ramian can't get the ball away. Oh, knock on. Jesse Ramian. Too late, bro. Too late. And now the Knights will get the ball here at the halfway line. Luke Palmer says, that's game. No, it's not game. Holy shit, guys. Relax. That's not game. There's still 3 minutes to go here of this game. The Sharks are still going to get a full entire set here. It's nowhere near game yet, guys. 3 minutes. God, people don't understand rugby league. Like I remember last night when someone told me with 20 minutes to go, they were like, oh, there's no way Manly hit a 50 bump here. They hit 60. They hit 60 by Schlemmer. Did they get 60 or they hit 56? I don't know. They hit 56. They get 60 Schlemmer. They got 56 points. Gee whiz, there's still 3 minutes to go. Sharks still get a full set. If the Knights score, then that's game over. That's game over. But it's only 2 points here with 2 minutes and 43 to go. There's still plenty of, well, not plenty of time. It's still enough time for at least a full set for the Sharks. So second tackle now. And if I'm the Knights, I would consider, you don't go for the field goal because that would give them a 7 tackle set if you missed it, actually. The field goal wouldn't be a terrible option, though. It wouldn't be an absolutely horrific option. But they would have to make sure that they got it. So fifth tackle here. They're 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go here. Knights. And they're going to get Barnett here. They're inside the 10. Barnett. He's still going here. Oh my God, Sharks, that's lazy. Oh my God, 1 metre out here. The Sharks have got to go 100 metres with 2 minutes to go here this game. Only NRL says we want a 2-point field goal or a penalty goal. No, you want to try if you're a Sharks fan. Yanni Mavita says a good example of that is the Broncos-Roosters game on Friday. A good example of that is the Roosters versus Rabbitohs both games of 2011 or it was 2012, one of the 2 years. But a minute 40 to go here, first tackle. This will be the last set. I don't think the Sharks will get enough time for another couple of tackles. They might get 1, maybe 2 if they get through this quick enough, but they don't want to be quick. They would just prefer to use this and can probably get a set restart or something like that. But left-hand side here for the Sharkies. They're going to get out to the 20 right now. They're now 25 out from their line. Third tackle, a minute 25 left. Right-hand side, the Sharkies are going to go. They're going to get this one out to Trindle. They're going to have numbers here. They're going to have numbers here. It's going to be Katoa with the ball. He's going to step around. He's going to get taken down here at 30. Forward tackle now. The Sharks need to get a lot more of a move on right now. They need a set restart. They need something else. They need something else here. And he's going to be away here. He gets the ball inside. No, he can't get the pass away. Jeez, no one followed up for the Sharks there. Sharks their own worst enemy right now. They're going to keep... Who's the 14 for the Sharks has dead set cost his team the game? Because he's given up that one-on-one strip to Barnett, and now he's just gone and kicked it. Oh, please get up. You don't have something wrong with your hamstring, bro. You don't have a cramp, dude. Get up. 50 seconds to go here. 50 seconds to go. The Knights will have the ball here. Get up. You do not have a cramp. Jimmy Bell says game over now. There's 50 seconds left. The Sharks would need to try and force the Knights to take all 5 of their tackles within about 45 seconds. James Samosa says, worst kick of all time. Jack says, get up, wanker. Yanni Mavita says, get up, you idiot. A surprise it's not Connor Watson. To be fair, obviously they are currently winning 16-14 from that Connor Watson penalty. Connor Flopson, idiot. But the Knights here, 45 metres out from their own line. The Sharks have to really beg and plead that they can get the ball here. They need to make quick tackles here. They need to just get up in the line and make quick tackles. 43 seconds left here. Second tackle here for the Knights. The Sharks may get 1 touch of the ball and they just have to Hail Mary the shit out of it. They'll have to Hail Mary the absolute shit out of it. Third tackle now. They're 45 metres out here. I think the Sharks will still get to touch the ball here. There's 31 seconds left here. Third tackle, left-hand side. It's going to be Clemmer now. And Clemmer's going to get taken down. You just need to go straight down to the ground here now. The Knights here, 4th tackle. They're 18 metres out. 38 metres out, sorry. You have to run up in the line, Sharks. What are you doing? You're letting them waste time. That's the dumbest thing ever. 5th tackle now for the Knights. The Sharks have to get this ball back now. The Sharks, what are you doing? You need to make the tackle very quickly. 8 seconds left. 7 seconds left. 5th tackle here. And now it's going to be Sharks ball. They got 1 touch of the ball here. They got 1 touch of the ball here. They got 1 touch of the ball. They got 1 touch of the ball here. Let them play the last touch here. No, he's going to call that as time off. Wowee. What a finish to that game. What a finish to that game. That is a crazy, crazy finish to that game. That is very unlucky. The Sharkies didn't get one last touch of the ball there, but obviously they will lose that game 16-14. Probably the game of the round, that one. Probably the game of the round. That one. That was a fantastic game, and obviously not marred by controversy besides Connor Watson being a flop. And obviously diving to get a penalty early days to get that 2-point win, obviously. But overall, it's a pretty good game there, guys. Knights will jump into 7th position. Titans go down to 8th. The Sharks will be in 10th. The Raiders now drop out of the 8 with that. The Raiders were going to drop out regardless. But the Knights now go 2 points clear of the Titans, who are in 8th. And the Raiders and Raiders... the Knights are on 24 points. Knights are on 22 points. Titans, Raiders are on 20 points. The Sharks, Tigers, and Warriors are on 18 points. So very close there right now, guys. Very, very close. But overall, guys, a good little game there. 16-14 is the final score. Appreciate you. I'll be back in about... I will be back in... and what time is it? At 11 p.m. tonight for Newcastle versus West Ham. And we'll doing Man City versus Tottenham later on tonight as well. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you guys for my NRL tipping video on Tuesday night as we go through all the tipping games for next week. Appreciate you guys as always. And I will see you guys very soon. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.